Warning. The following audio is solely our opinions. Please don't sue us, bro. Brought to you by Life Tech and Sundry. Life is better with Life Tech and Sundry.
LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS Podcast.
My best friend.
Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to the Life Tech and Sundry podcast. Today, tonight, this morning, this evening, whatever time you're tuning in, I have many guests and the big three. So, from the top of the order, we have the effervescent Monse. Please introduce yourself, Monse.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
The revered Israel.
How are you guys? Thanks for having me back.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Yeah, both Monse and Isra are past guests, but it's been over a year easily since we've had them. Then there is the 1J.
Turn down the music, it's too loud.
And of course, we have Sensei Allen.
What's going on, guys? Glad to be back.
No, but I was real. Turn it down because I can barely hear you, Marcos.
Oh, you're like, huh? There.
Wait,
Is
go
that
up a
better?
little bit. Like a smidge. Alright, that's fine.
Yay.
But turn your voice up.
Me? Nah,
Yes.
I don't. Nah, really, me?
Yes, you sound
Little
like drowned
me?
out from the music. You
Oh,
sound
I'm
like
sorry.
those TikToks that like play a scene, but then they have the loud music on the background. You're like, I can barely hear what they're saying because of the music.
Is that better now?
There you go.
And then the music pops up as loud as it can, right?
Wait, maybe turn down the music a bit more.
There. Is that better?
Alright, yeah, it's better. There
Okay.
you go.
So,
Can't be like those TikToks, Marcos.
it's been a while, you know. I was scared, you know, to be honest, I was scared up until to reach out, you know, but at the last second I said, you know what, I'll shoot my shot and reach to Monse and Isra, and I was like, oh, I was shivering. I told Alan, I think, and Jose about it, and you guys answered. Did you?
No, you told me you
Why
wanted to invite other people. No, you wanted to invite other people, but they never answered. So you said
I
Monse came
haven't
into
reached
play.
out to any of them. I told you, but I never pulled the trigger
That's because
only
they didn't
did
play.
the
They didn't respond.
because I never wrote anything. I just
Exactly.
erased anything. So I might as well never wrote it. I'm just like over here pacing left and right, just trying
Well,
to. you know.
we're glad to have Israel and Monse back once
Thank you,
more.
thank
Thank you,
guys.
thank you. It's a pleasure being back.
Always, everyone.
Always. So, how about we go in to the notes?
I don't know. It's kind of deep.
Yes.
Is it too fast, or do you guys want to share a little bit
Like-
more about yourselves?
You want to say how everything's going so far since last recording?
About what?
No, I'm asking the guests, Israel, Monse,
Oh.
if you have anything to
Oh.
like share with us, like since the last recording that you were with us. How has life been treating you? How have you been? We've missed you.
Well, I guess ladies first, Monse.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Well, nothing. I can't remember where I was at last time. When
So
we
it sounds like
spoke.
you were busy.
I've been busy.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, nothing much has really changed. Just going on with the business
Right.
and at the hospital, and that's it.
Right.
Nothing
so it's-
fun, nothing interesting.
That's it.
Okay. So is it okay to say that you've been eat, sleep, and repeating? Yeah, is that fair?
Basically.
Very
yes.
good. I like the sound of that. At least you're alive and healthy.
I'm alive and
Somewhat
Going.
healthy.
yeah. I still get
Well,
up
I'm
in the
glad.
morning. I haven't
that's
turned
good.
into a zombie, so
That's very good. That's very positive. I'm very excited for you.
sheesh, the excitement.
Oh, I mean, my smile is from temple to temple. I mean, I'm so excited. But yeah, I mean, that's great. That's great news, Monse. We're very happy that you're doing, well. You're alive. You're living.
I'm trying to stay in contact with more of the family. So
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's very good. I mean,
I was actually
Where's my call?
Huh? Well, I
Where's
mean,
my call?
Mr. J, I called
Oh,
you
see, look,
mentally.
family,
Mentally.
Of course. I sent you smoke
what?
signals.
You know what I
She's
say
a
to that? Hold
X-Men.
up. Here, take this. No, take this.
Oh, hey now.
Oh, my head cracked.
Refreshing.
No, but yeah, I mean, I've been actually thinking of somehow
Oh,
like
shoot.
setting
She
up some
thinking.
time with the fams.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Yeah,
We should do game nights or something.
Ooh, I'm
we
down for
should
game,
do
guys.
Squid Game.
No, Squid Games.
Squid Game, Loteria.
Squid Game goals.
Okay. Maybe we can go play golf. I don't know, something.
Yeah, just to get all of us
Relaxing.
back together.
Sure.
I feel like
Sure.
everybody's been so far away.
We can go to the shooting range.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting, especially for the time of season. We'll be doing like a corn maze, type of event.
Yes.
Or apple picking, I guess.
Yeah, because everything is
Apple picking
connected in
sounds
the
good.
farm. Apple
Right.
picking, we can do the ciders, we can
Duck
do
hunt.
the donuts. And we can do the corn maze. It's just like a half a day, family activity, and it's big enough for
I
the whole family to go.
I got one up from that. We do the corn maze, but without them making it, we make the maze.
Oh no, the maze is already pre-made.
No. We make the maze. We just grab machetes and just go at it.
Oh no.
What are we picking, the farm or some stuff like that?
No, we're making
Oh,
the maze.
no. We're gonna end up finding the kids of the corn.
No, we'll find Nemo. It's okay.
The kids of the corn, we just like, where are you going, kids? As we go with the machete, no?
It's like, hey, that's the wrong way.
All right.
It's
I mean,
like
starting to sound
screw
like Squid
pumpkin
Games.
carving. No, it's like
no.
screw pumpkin carving. We do maze
We do the
carving.
field
Corn
carving.
maze carving.
No, but that sounds all very cool and exciting. And I'm very, very much down to hang out with everyone and get together and actually, do something. That would be awesome. But I mean, okay, so moving a little bit along, so we don't get stuck in this tangent. Please, Israel, if you'd be so kind, can you share with us how's life been? How you been doing?
Well, I'm trying to, since we spoke last time, I made a couple changes to become, you can say, as a better person. And one of them
Okay.
is like, improving health, as like the diet. I saw all my gain systems, so I have no gain
Plushies, that's what you're
systems.
gonna say.
I thought you said,
Oh, wow.
my organs.
Yeah, I never
No,
replace them with books.
plushies.
Oh, okay, nice. Now, is that something that you were like a short-term goal that you had in mind that you decided by yourself, or something that you spoke with your wife about, or is it something that you're trying to like empty out a lot of the stuff that you don't use or need and like filling it up with, I guess you could say, useful information?
Well, yeah, it was more like a personal
Okay.
goals, and then it's not so much as they're both short and long term, because I want them to be sustainable, not just like a short type of thing. I want
Right,
them
right.
to last a long time. But yeah, I mean, one of the most easiest way to do it was I saw a lot of my collectibles, my game systems, replace them with
Did you sell any
books and-
Pokemon cards?
No,
Oh, good
I didn't.
question.
I never got into the Pokemon cards, to be honest. At that time, I just didn't. Junior did. My little brother, he did, but no Charizard. Sorry.
Oh no,
Dang, I
PSA
lost
10s,
all,
right?
I lost all my Pokemon cards.
You had a binder, I think, right?
Yeah,
Really? Oh wow. Okay.
I lost all of them.
You
I feel
lost
like
them, or
she's
you
looking
threw
for
them?
them and she's
No, I don't remember what happened. I either
was-
gave them away or just, I don't know.
what?
It's been a long time.
Why?
Okay, okay.
Oh, dang.
I was like, I don't know. I was young. I was young and didn't know.
Young and naive.
You were trading.
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
making Pokemon card trades.
So wait, are you playing that you're old now?
No, I'm still young.
It's like
I'm
older
as
than
fresh
back
as a
then.
flower. You know, I'm a
What kind of
blooming flower.
analogy? That's awesome.
That's a flower? What?
Yes, yes.
So desu ka?
No.
No,
I'm gonna have to
that's
say cap to that.
Well, I've got a lot of books too. So
Medical
I've
books.
actually I've added onto my book collection also.
Yeah. What
So-
kind of books?
Gigi's
Oh.
Gigi's is the one. Gigi's is the one to that could take credit for that.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yes,
Thanks.
I got a lot of financial books. So
Oh,
nice.
dang.
Very cool.
Nice.
Now,
But she's still
here
dirt
comes my
poor.
question. Here's my question for everyone on the panel tonight. Do you, due to the, I guess you can say the limited space perhaps that we're in, whether it be an apartment building or a house that we live in, do you find it a lot more practical for you as an individual to own physical copies of the books that you like to read? Or are you more of a person that would rather buy audiobooks like on Audible or something of that nature, or Google Books to listen to them instead of having the physical copy? Or do you tend to find the physical copy better for you to read?
Well,
Anybody?
I mean,
Isha, do you want to go first? Or
yeah,
guess?
I'll go first.
Wait,
I'll
let
go
the man
first.
go.
I think I asked that same question before because myself, I prefer physical books.
Okay.
And I'll state my reasons in a moment. But
Sure,
I have
sure.
noticed that everyone has a different style. Like per se,
Okay.
myself, I cannot comprehend, or it doesn't stick in my mind when I hear Audible books. It just they don't. It's like I listen
Okay.
to them, but it's just like I listen to them and then they're gone. That's it. So I'm more like a visual guy. So I like to actually hold a book and read it, and I do find it more. I remember pretty much the quotes and then the books, and I know where to look back. I just put it like a side note on a like a little note, and then let's say I want to recall that quote, I just go, post it, exactly. I just go back to the book and I take it out and then I can reread it. In an audiobook, I just can't.
I understand. Okay.
So that's, as I mentioned, that's a personal preference. I know a lot of people that say they swear that they get through so many books just by driving. Like let's say they have a long
I'm
commute,
guilty.
so they can listen
right.
to books. Like I mentioned, it depends. It's their own preference.
Everybody learns differently. Some are visual, some are audible, some are tactile. So, I mean,
Yes.
everybody learns a little differently. No, that's understandable. No, and that's great. I mean, myself, like, I don't really have the space for a lot of books. I might have like a nice little book collection in the library, or I mean, in the living room.
In the public library.
Yeah, in the public library. But I mean, I do have Audible where I do have a lot of the financial books I listen to. And maybe to your point, Israel, maybe not 100% stick in my head as far as, grabbing the actual physical copy, opening up on page, 93 and saying, oh, here's the notation that I added on the side, or I highlighted or something like that. But at least for me, like I'm pretty good at listening and retaining most of the information, and like I find it a little bit less cumbersome, at least where I live, to like stack a lot of books. But I mean, again, I think that's why we have those options, and I think that's great and good for you, bro. You're doing your thing, getting books and getting rid of the stuff you truly don't need right now in your life. That's awesome, bro.
You're being lean and
Thanks.
mean.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Man, I got rid of so many things you have no idea. I didn't know I accumulated so many things through the years.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that makes
hoarding
two
is
of us.
Hoarding is a
Three of us.
problem.
3 of us.
Listen,
Man.
I moved and I found so many things that I've had
Ditto.
for
Right?
years.
And you're like, where does this come from? It's like, what?
Yes. And now, I mean, I've been forced to minimize
Right.
the amount of things I have. But
But
I
that's
mean,
not
it's
what
a
Be
good thing.
more
I haven't.
minimalistic. Yeah.
Yes.
In a way, it's better.
You know the KonMari thing, you get rid of it, and You feel different. Right. It's just a whole different atmosphere, new energy coming in.
True.
Now, my question is: do you guys think that that's something that we genetically, or maybe not genetically, but as a family, we've noticed that our family tends to be hoarders to some extent, or do you think that's more of a personal thing? Okay, sure.
I feel like you grow attachments to the things that you have.
So like that shirt that you have in your closet with like 1,000 holes. That's something that you're like that's mine. That I live in that one, and you don't want to throw it out.
Yes,
I'm guilty of that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I believe that you look at it and you're like, wow, this memory is
if
like
this shirt with holes can talk, they would say so many volumes about me, right?
Exactly.
For now, I'll only illuminate it with UV light.
What? I don't know.
That's crazy. What? Oh my God. Yeah, it's a little too much information.
That was a little too personal.
Yeah, bro.
First with the feet. Now with this, I don't know, man.
First with feet.
Marquitos, get your head out of the gutter and into the podcast, my buddy.
It's black light. Where is that? Where is there a gutter here? I'm using flashlights over here.
All right, so then I'm curious to find out if Josue and Marcos have any input. Like, do you guys do something like that where you throw out or get rid of things that you don't technically you need or use anymore?
As you know, my whole family moved, so we 100% had to donate and throw some things out. But there were a lot of books that I had to make hard choices with engineering books, English books, history books. I'm like, I don't need the history books a lot, so I threw that one out. Engineering books stayed. What else? In the sense of remembering stuff, the engineering books are no doubt the physical copies, and my personal pleasure kind of books. For example, I use Audible, and they have the Audible app. Off the top of my researching, I have 43 books here, like off the top of, that I've already listened to. The Human Body, Nemesis, the Halo universe, basically all of their books.
Okay.
World War Z.
I love that one.
There's a lot of different versions. What else? Survival 101. And the Deadlock series. There's like 5-6 books of that one. They're pretty good. Cool.
I feel like the newer or younger generation is the ones that they most like the books online. Because my sister, with pandemic and everything, she had to take her classes online, and pretty much all her books and everything, were digital copies. Yeah. So she personally loves the digital copies. Okay. I don't learn that way. I need it physically to like highlight and, write. Mm-hmm. Especially like with my references, like for the nursing and stuff.
Yeah,
I need the physical copies to be able to go back in, even though the internet is quicker,
Right.
But I feel like there's things on the internet that are no longer there. There's like a lot of edits that they've done from like past copies to the new versions.
Right.
And a lot of things have been taken out. So
for the best or for the worst?
It depends on which book.
It depends, yeah.
I guess
because
it depends.
I feel like there's new techniques now because of all the equipment, machinery.
All the advancements, right?
Yeah, exactly. But when it comes to like physical, I guess like
basics, you can go
techniques.
Basics.
Yeah, like the basic techniques, you get those more in the past editions of the textbooks and things like that.
Well, wait, you guys learned with textbooks in high school? I just threw them at people.
No, in medical school.
Very cool, Mr. J.
Yeah, medical school though.
Yeah, that was your booster chair.
Yeah, I've always found textbook useless in high school. Because to be honest, they had a lot of words, but none of it made sense.
At least you weren't paying that much versus in college, like off the shelf.
No, I don't pay for books. I don't get them.
Not anymore.
Wait, so I'm curious now. Did you guys grow into liking to read, or did you always like to read?
I know I hated to read.
I I hated reading until I found the story they caught up.
Same here. Same here.
The time traveling treehouse.
Reading was never my strong suit.
It never caught up to me.
Okay.
The time traveling treehouse was my favorite.
Because for me, anything
I like
engineering.
the Junie B. Jones.
You know,
Clifford.
Clifford the Big Red Dog, Dr. Seuss. You know,
The
those were my
Goosebumps
go-tos.
series.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Those were my go-tos, you know, never, you know, math 101 or, you know, biology 101. Like those weren't like algebra. Like those weren't
I was
part of the
never into
repertoire,
math.
you know? Oh, I mean, I struggle with it even today, but I mean, I do enjoy money, and you know, money kind of correlates with numbers and math, so I kind of have
That's
to now.
the exception. That's the exception.
For me, it's the engineering. There's something. There's just not math, but there's extra. You know, math.
Well,
with
equations, I imagine, for engineering, right?
I take math straight, just full on.
Yeah, with on the rocks or just straight, you know?
No. I just take the bottle and grab it. Just
There
gobble
you
it
go,
down.
buddy. Guzzle that down, buddy. That's cool.
I make English make sense with math, so.
There you go. You literally create a mathematical dictionary.
So do you guys read particularly or predominantly in English or in Spanish, or do you like switching it up?
Both.
I like switching it up.
Yeah, both.
English.
Don't forget your roots.
Wait, hold up.
Okay.
Do you like grab a book that's both English and Spanish? You're like, oh wait, hold up, I got both English. Hold on,
I have one side English, one side
I
Spanish.
didn't understand. If you don't understand something, translate it there.
That's what Google's made for.
Like, oh wait, hold up.
Oh, you got the bilingual version.
What was it? The
Yeah, right.
Alchemist came in both languages.
Yeah,
It
sure.
has many languages.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's almost in every language.
I heard that one on YouTube.
I mean, only second to like the Bible or something, right?
The King James, the different kind of Bibles. Yeah.
There's so many
But the
editions.
Alchemist is so good.
And then there was an anime. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think what's it called?
That's like, that's a different one.
It's like it's
what's it
anime and it's
called?
dubbed.
Harry Potter was translated in a lot of languages, right? Moby Dick,
The Lord of the Rings.
Iliad,
Dick.
Iliad, Odyssey. You know, classical Greek. You know, books.
What, the Odyssey is somebody coming back home, right? I guess.
Yeah,
Now they
I
die.
guess.
A lot of people die.
No, but I mean that's great. I mean, again, try to backtrack a little bit right now. I think that's awesome that both Monse and Israel are getting their book on. You know, that's awesome. I mean, it's not every day that's like a centerpiece topic that people usually just put out
I need
there.
to slow the Alzheimer's down.
I need to slow down the Alzheimer's.
Is it true, like reading gives you that mental stimulus, or is that just a...
Yeah,
The
just-
opposite.
I mean, I don't think so. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise a muscle, the stronger it gets. So the brain is a muscle.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to use a lifeline and call our good friend Kenichi for the synapses. You know, maybe he knows a little.
Synapses.
He's actually back. Yeah, he's actually back. He's back from Cape Cod. So
Oh, nice.
maybe you guys can talk to him. He's a scientist that works on synapses.
Oh, wow.
Might be good.
Interesting.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, that'll be
He
interesting.
goes,
Yeah.
snapping them. Snapping them.
Point of
heads.
reference, yeah. No, but honestly, guys, I think it's awesome that at least for Monse that she brought it up. Finance books is something that she's dabbling in right now. For Israel, are there any I guess you can say genres of books that you're predominantly buying, or is it like a nice little mix of different types of genres and topics and stuff like that?
What got me interested was science fiction. Actually, it was Lord of the
Science
Rings.
Oh,
Wait,
Lord of the
did
Rings.
you buy any
fantasy.
historical fiction books?
Oh,
No, it's
What's
just basically I started with Lord of the Rings, and then I went to Game of Thrones, and then I
Okay,
started going into
okay.
that genre.
So
and
you're
then
still going with the Game of Thrones?
No, I
I
mean, I
finished.
so
they
like
haven't
fantasy
finished.
and
Still
stuff.
books.
Oh no.
The books still left.
You got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
I'm finished with the
fantasy?
current books. I'm done with current. The current books out. I'm done with those. I'm waiting for the next books to come out. They haven't come out yet.
Were those
Okay.
physical copies or digital? Digital.
No, they haven't come out. They haven't been written.
No, for you, what the book that you.
Oh, physical. I have physical.
You want the whole collection on your.
He likes to
on your
feel them up and like.
wall.
Well,
Yeah.
that used to be my collection, and then I switched to financial stuff. Everything finance. And then I got rid of that collection. I mean, I kept a couple ones, but now everything's in finance. You know, everything with, you know, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger. So,
say chocolate rain.
Wait. So
I was gonna say chocolate milk.
Ijay, if I could ask you this question, your top 3 or 5 books that you would like to share on finance, and same question for Montserrat when you're done. If you would like to suggest or share.
Ooh. Well,
He called you a Montserrat.
my top. That's kind of hard, but I'll.
I mean, you don't have, no pressure. I mean, just loosely, in no order, in no particular order. If you'd like to share, like maybe one or two that you particularly enjoy and might think, or you think that it might be to benefit everybody else that is listening to us, our listeners, and even us on the panel, that we can probably pick up the book digitally or physically and give it a nice read.
Okay. The first one that I'll say will be by Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, number 1.
Right.
I'll say
classic.
just start with that
definitely.
one. And then move to the it's called The Compound Effect by Darren Harley.
Okay.
That's more into like everything that you do. It could be like, let's say every day you drink water opposed to soda, and the long term is gonna have a huge effect on you. So that's basically those the habits, the good habits.
Like consistency.
Yes, it's called The Compound Effect. That's a great one. Then I'll recommend this one. It's called Richer, Wiser, and Happier by William Green. I mean, it's a great book. I'll say that one by far right now is my favorite at the moment. Those are 3. Okay, number 4. I'll say The Intelligent Investor by
nice. Good choice.
Benjamin Graham.
Yeah, of course.
And then the last one, I mean, you can pick anyone from Warren Buffett. I mean, How Buffett Does It, or I mean, I don't know, they have many. Let me see really quick. Yeah, they have many about Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett is just, I'll say, just pick up one of his books and that's it.
Yeah.
So those are my top 5s. After that, a couple, there are more, but I'll say those. Read those, and you'll be like, okay, now I get it.
You get a better understanding. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Everybody take notes, yo. You heard? So, Monse, what about you? I'm curious. What financial books have you been reading, or books in general, like your top 3 or 5 that you would like to share with the listeners and us on the panel?
Well, I started on the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's definitely a good book for beginners and who are looking to start their journey into the financial and, start, I guess, getting good habits and seeing what you're doing wrong, I guess. And then I started reading Think and Grow Rich.
That's a great one too.
Yeah. So, but those were the 2 that because I was taking notes and I was going back. And I really took my time with Think and Grow Rich. So the second one was the one that I started reading was Think and Grow Rich. But I kind of picked up another book because I was very into holistic medicines and the ancient ways of, healing. So I picked up a Native American one. No, which I'm not.
It's like vapor rub
Native
and
American.
Sprite. Yes.
There you go. The old Mexican ways. No,
the old Mexican ways.
But I'm actually like halfway in that one. But it pretty much like talks about how Native Americans used to treat, their patients with plants, herbs, and different
Spices.
things. But yeah, so they start mentioning, like, at the end of the book, they have websites where you can go in and look and get a better understanding.
They put cayenne pepper
where
on
they
wounds.
share. Yeah, no, they didn't put cayenne pepper. But
oh man,
because I mean, I've seen a lot of things with, as far as like the medicine now, and I see that a lot of people have different side effects to the medications. And then there's different types from different companies that are making them. So my way of doing things is going more the holistic way rather than sticking to, obviously, you know, if a doctor says, listen, this is what you have, I'm not going to say, oh, don't do it. Right. But there's always, it's always good to get another
a
second opinion.
Yeah,
and try to find something with the least amount of side effects as possible.
Oh, absolutely. Very important.
So, like with Gigi's, you know, I hope that what I told you to do, like the remedy, I hope it helped. You know,
it did. I mean, I feel a lot better. So I'm sure it did.
He has a rash now for some reason.
No rash here. No rashes.
No rash.
I'm allergic to rashes. Okay. No, I twisted my ankle.
That's crazy.
I twisted my ankle bad,
bro.
He was partying too hard.
He was playing soccer and someone just went under him. He was like,
he was playing polo, you know. Kind of got off the horse the wrong way after playing polo.
I wish I was going to do my laundry. How sad is that? I was on my way into the laundromat.
See, you should have stuck with the soccer story.
But true, it sounds a lot cooler than the laundry one.
The laundry.
He was like, I was trying to save a goal, but didn't work out.
He was trying to save his shirt from touching the floor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, it was bad. I mean, I still feel it. I'm still wearing the cast, and not like a full cast, but it's like a
splinter.
Casts, like, yes, exactly. A splinter.
I thought a boot
Thank
for
you.
a second.
But you're not putting your weight on it right now, right?
Yes, I am. I mean, I can walk. I can do a lot of stuff, but if I force it too much, I feel it. What?
You got that pimp walk.
You got your swag. You're walking with a little bit of a pimp walk.
Did you put cayenne pepper on the wound?
No, I did not put cayenne pepper.
No,
See,
because it wasn't an open wound.
It wasn't open. It
works everything.
It works on everything, like Windex.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. A little pledge. Oh no. Okay, so Melissa, please continue with your books. Like I think you mentioned like 3, I believe, already.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a whole list right now that I need to get onto reading, but you know.
Okay, but something that you've already read,
you know, to continue.
She has a goal at least.
She's got book goals.
Okay.
Oh, my Amazon list of books
she's
that
talking
I
about
want.
Amazon wish list.
Listen,
Basically,
guys,
you
my
got the
birthday
link.
passed, but it's okay. Christmas is
My
coming.
birthday passed too.
My birthday passed 3.
My wish list link is down in the description.
My Amazon wish list is still full.
I'm
What
at
are you
my
talking
wish
about?
list under the description.
Basically.
You guys are free to make donations.
She got OnlyFans as well, where she does massages.
GoFundMe. Wait, what?
Oh, you know, check it in the show
OnlyFans.
notes on the podcast. If anything.
Yeah, she does the chiropractor stuff where they.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know, they can't show that on YouTube because it's too violent. So she got OnlyFans now.
Haha.
Well, I mean, I can give you a little tip on the book part. I have found great books, in tax sales.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
people don't understand. Like the least section that they go to is the book section.
Right.
A lot of people they go over there to buy electronics or clothes or whatever, but the books, I mean, I always go straight for the books.
Knick-knack.
Yeah, and they sell it to you cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
The show.
So I got a lot of my books from tax sales.
You gotta be like them American pickers.
Oh yeah.
That's how I felt at one point.
Little dumpster divers, you know? Yo, but I'm curious now, Josue, Marcos, do you have any books that you've read that you would like to share as part of your repertoire? If you have any in mind.
Okay. I'd like to say, I mean, I have number 1, but I feel number 1 is the science fiction genre.
I'll be back real quick.
The Halo universe is pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, that's just like a personal pleasure one. And then there's like the human body and all those different things. Like there's one called The Human Body. That one literally has like different parts, like the nervous system and the historical reference of how that nervous system got updated and all and they explain a lot of the different sections. And then there's the brain, like you were saying about the synapses. The muscles, they literally go section by section by section. I'm like, I can't get enough of this.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Wow.
I don't know, and it's a British storyteller, so you already know I'm engaged with the listening, with the hearing of it.
Yes,
Again,
sir. Yes,
an
sir.
audiobook.
Nice.
Okay. They're all audiobooks, or?
I mean, right now my physical books are in storage. I don't have them physically next to me. I only have my phone with me and my digital copies. All of the Halo Universe books are digital. I've already listened through all of them, and the World War Z, I try to listen it at least once every Halloween, at least once a month.
Religiously, yes.
It's a good book, and there's new cuts or versions of it, like the Snyder cut. They add more to it. Like
I see. That's
the
awesome,
definitive edition or something it's called. They have more people there. Yeah, and I can't get enough. They have
awesome, dude.
Yeah, so one that we can all get to is World War Z. Appreciate how good the book is compared to the movie.
Yeah, the book is good. The book is really good.
I'm gonna have to read it.
I agree.
I don't know about
but
this
that's a pleasure. That's a pleasure book, though.
That's a pleasure book.
Marquitos, yeah.
I saw the movie. That's why I'm.
That's a pleasure movie, not really, like, compared to the book. It doesn't stack.
Grab the popcorn type of movie, right?
Yeah. Oh, question.
How about you, Alan?
I was gonna ask real quick something. The Lord of the Rings, how true to the books are they?
I have no clue.
No, not that true to the books. I mean, yes and no.
Okay. Is it its own style in a good way, or is it just like not go for the book basically?
Go for the book. The thing about it in the book is that you imagine things your own way, and then when you watch, I mean, the movies are great. Don't get me wrong, the movies I recommend, but when it comes to the books, I see the books are better.
Really?
The only one that I will say they did a good job sticking to the book will be the Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
Okay.
They stuck to the book. I mean, they really stuck to the book. You read the book and you watch the movie, pretty much they're the same. That's one thing I like about that.
Okay. I see.
What about Mr. J?
He said I think he went to grab his list of books.
I think he went.
Oh.
I went. I think he went to unload.
Oh, is that right?
Is that right?
Mr. J.
What about you,
How about you, Alan?
Yeah. You have any
recommendations?
Well, I mean, if I can be honest with you guys, physical books, I don't have many. As far as like something that's edifying, but
All right, I'm back.
oh yes, Mr. J, good. But I do have a bit of a collection of the Food Wars manga. But if I were to share like the list of audiobooks that I have, like if just like 4 that I've gone through as of recent, would be Principles by Ray Dalio, Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David, One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, and Killing Sacred Cows by Garrett B. Gunderson. Those are like the books that I've gone through as of recent. And also what's it called, The Richest Man in Babylon.
That one's good.
Gilgamesh.
No, it's not a fantasy. It's actual financial book.
Oh.
And curious enough that book, I actually listened to it on YouTube because someone had put the audio book on YouTube for free. So, you know, not saying that that you should go out there and get free books or anything like that.
There's a decent market
if you want to
for
hold someone
free
down,
books.
hold it down.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, those are the books that I share with you guys and the listeners.
I feel those kinds of books they should teach us in school. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel that they really lack the
financial literacy.
Teach you how to do your taxes and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they taught me how to do my taxes.
What, Mr. J?
Well, they give you like an economics class, and then from what
But
I
very
No,
cursory.
they had like a whole guy and everything come in and like teaches all the forms and everything.
The W2s.
Exactly. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but you have to understand the
Yeah, but
laws
they
have been
brushed
changing.
through.
You
And
just
that's
skim
really-
through something.
Yeah, that's
it
not
was
financial
pretty,
literacy.
Yeah, it was just
that's
like a
how to
brush
write.
through.
Yeah, that's how to write a check so you can pay them.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, they don't teach you like how loans work, what it means to get
Right.
a house loan or credit card, or what is a credit score.
Or how to
Or-
mortgage works, how to build your credit.
Yes,
They
exactly.
just tell you buy a car. How much does it cost?
They'll tell you,
Well,
How
don't
much
worry
you
about
have
it.
to pay for it? All right,
Mhm.
this is what it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the overall cost and everything. But
Like,
they
what's
don't
a-
really
They don't teach you a
explain
lot.
it.
What's
Yeah.
an appreciation? What's a appreciating asset compared to like a depreciating asset?
Yeah,
Or liability
How
in
about
that
just
case.
interest?
passive income.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
just interest. Yeah, or why a credit card is better than a debit card. It's the simple stuff like that they don't teach you.
Right.
It's
Taxes. Just taxes at least.
Just alone, yeah. But I agree with Monse. They lack a lot on that part. They should teach more, kids about financing than I don't know, something else.
But guys, let me push back a little bit on this point. How many of us at like a middle school to a high school grade age do you think people have an interest in finance at that age, or do you think a lot of or maybe let's play with percentages, maybe 50%, maybe 70%, maybe aren't as interested in finance? Because and let me just preface by saying I've spoken to other people that are in that age group, especially like people that at that age group that are people that I go to church with, right? As an example. And these people are in that demographic, right? So they're between the ages of like 12 to like 17. And when I talk to them about or share with them some information or tidbit about financing and stuff, they kind of look at me kind of weird and say, oh, interesting. But they never go about, saying, hey, can you show me or can you recommend some books to me? I tend to notice that a lot of them aren't in that headspace quite yet. Sorry.
Continue, sorry.
Oh, well, it's just that not everybody, that's why I say like between like a 50 to 70% of kids probably that isn't the headspace they're in. They're more about, let's go play soccer, grab some McDonald's, go, watch a movie or do something else. And like money is like, or finance or financial literacy is like one of their last things they will ever think about until they get into the real world, maybe.
I feel like it also has to do with your surroundings. I think that that also has an influence on what you're thinking, what the stuff you're exposed to. At least because my sister is 16.
Okay.
And I mean, she thinks about that. Like she will come to me and say, oh, like what book would
Sure.
would be
No,
good for
I
me
understand.
to start, she's like thinking about, the financial portion because I've exposed her to it too,
But you're living through it, so she's learning by exposure.
Yeah.
through
So
you.
Vicariously through you.
Yeah, there you go,
yeah, so I think that it has to do, I feel like a lot of the times in the Hispanic culture, unfortunately,
Wait, you're Hispanic?
No.
I don't know. You sound kind of white.
No, I feel like a lot of times in the Hispanic culture, it's more of like, you're kind of taught to like depend on somebody, or like, you're going to grow up, your husband's going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And they don't really implement that of, look, you have to financially be stable, this and that. And it's always like that mentality of, oh, we don't have enough money for this, we don't have enough for that.
But I think that's
your
too much of a-
relationship.
Well, hold
I'm
up.
sorry,
let me whip out my math skills real quick. So
No, well, but I think that's too much of a broad statement, Monse, just because not everybody's a girl,
No, I'm not saying not just like the girl. I'm saying it from my
wait.
point.
totally understand.
Let's
I totally understand.
let's break it down a little bit. So let's set some standard here. So we're talking about let's assume that we're talking about the average high school student here in America, because that'll be a little bit easier to kind of break it down.
Okay.
And let's compare from students from now to like say let's make it like a little bit closer to like someone like when I was in high school. So not you guys, because that's a stretch.
Yeah, we're old.
Oh, actually, no. Let's do that.
Excuse me, I'm not
Well,
old.
let's do that. Let's do that. So
I'm 15.
well, let's do that. Actually, that'll be actually a great point. So let's do now, kids now, back to my high school, and then to you guys. So Marcos and Monse will be around the same era, and then Isra and Alan will be around the same.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's
I'm
start
actually
off with.
38, so that'll be with the
I
oldest
said
one.
around.
Huh?
I said around.
I'm 32. I'm 32, so it's not a.
But
it's
even
a
then, we
crazy
can like
stretch.
we could kind of group everyone together because you know back in the day, because you know now something we've all learned that technology has been exponentially growing, so information has been getting out there quicker and faster. So let's assume like back to when we were in high school, not a lot of kids would be thinking like that because like Monse brought up. Our community doesn't really like emphasis things like that because number one, they probably don't even know it, and they're more leaning towards tradition, which is like Mon said, like, oh, someone's gonna take care of you, or we have to take care of someone. So versus like nowadays, we have things like TikTok, YouTube, and don't get me wrong,
Everybody's more independent.
yeah. So, you know, for like the average high schooler before, maybe not so much. Because like we said, maybe they focus more on sports, college, or like just hanging out with friends. And even now, like you can assume that they have that same standards, but maybe now and then they're like interested in like the financial side of social media, and they're like, you know what, I really am thinking that maybe I should focus things on that, because there's a lot of things you can do in high school to kind of set yourself for the future. So I think it's because of the fact that, you know, social media has grown so much that they have information like that out there. Kids will be more likely to understand that, but not at like a great percentage. I would say like at max 15 or 20%. Kids, the average high school student will be more likely to like say, oh, I want to learn about the financial side of things, versus maybe like back then, it'll be like 5 or 10. So
Well, just to add to something about especially technology that has advanced. The thing about it is that now the way I feel is that now more people are presenting the same idea in a different way. So this way more people are able to comprehend it. What I'm trying to say is that now you get a video of the same thing with different people doing different things, but basically it's the same thing. When you're talking about making money, a lot of people will say, do real estate, do stocks, do bonds, do certain things that before you weren't exposed because the technology wasn't there, the information wasn't fast, it wasn't related as fast as now. So younger generations are being exposed faster to different scenarios. Before we weren't exposed. We were just, you know, as Monza said, by tradition. You know, like the tradition was like the man went to work, the females went to do the work in the house and take care of the kids. I mean, that was by tradition, the Latin tradition. But now it's like females, you know, they just like, no, I want to do it. I want to go to school. Maybe the man will stay home. The roles have shifted, one, culturally, and two, also, as you mentioned, technology has helped inform us a lot faster. The only thing is that we need to remember that a lot of information may not be accurate, so we need to pay attention to that section. That's why you need to verify everything that you listen and you hear.
So not all, now that everything is at hand, it doesn't mean that all is correct.
Exactly.
You need a
because if you have like a large amount of information, then some of them are going to be tended to be false or just
wrong,
not relevant anymore.
Yeah, exaggerated maybe.
There's a video I had seen for psychology. I had to watch a video in psychology. And it's called Age 7 in America. So they pretty much follow a group of children from the age of 7 up until the age of 28, I believe. I think that was the last one. Up until the age of 28. And at the age of 7, they, the people asked the children, you know, their points of view in criminal, you know, like in their neighborhoods, what their goals were for the future, how they saw themselves. And one of the things that was brought up was also the financial. But you could pretty much see the difference between all the children based off on what their thoughts were of being wealthy, of where they wanted to see themselves, and how they wanted to be financially. So that, you know, that those videos are pretty good. So that, you know, they also give you like a different insight of how all your surroundings and they affect how you think, you know, from a very young age.
I agree.
So I recommend that, you know, that video. And like I said, they follow them from 7 to 14 to 21 to 28.
Sounds like a stalker to me.
No, it's very informative. I mean, it makes you realize and it makes you think about, you know, a lot of things.
So now, if I may, can I just add a little bit of information, I guess, to share? So I think as far as at least for us, and I think we're all in that situation or position where we're all first generation Mexican American to a certain degree, right? Since we've lived more than half of our lives here in the United States, where we have that, I guess, that juxtaposed, you know, cultural situation where the blood that runs through our veins is very much Mexican, but we have lived all our lives for the most part here in the United States, where culturally we have those two biases, right? Where and just a quick example, when let's say Canelo Alvarez is boxing, we feel very patriotic when he wins, but when we see the United States military win the war, you know, as an example, we feel very patriotic, right? So how, you know, it kind of what I would like to just put here on the table is it very much of a nature versus nurture type of situation where being first generation, I guess you could say, offspring of people that immigrated here, how that changes our point of view regardless of the technology or not, because information, even though it might have been a little more difficult to get in your hands, the information was there. It's not that nobody ever really kept it away from you. Maybe more so, maybe our parents or our grandparents, it wasn't facilitated to them to the same capacity as we do, where we can just take the phone out of our pockets or our bag and instantly have a wealth of information at our fingertips, where to a certain degree, what is knowledge if not put into practice, you know? It's like you have the information, but you don't put it in practice. Whose fault is that, you know, at the end of the day? So basically, that's where I kind of look at the situation from that point of view, where it's like, is it really a cultural difference, or is it more of a nature versus nurture type of thing? Because if I were to ask you guys, who is the most wealthiest person that you know off the top of your head, like you in your circle of influence, who is the richest person you know? And like, I'm talking about like a millionaire type of rich. Most likely we don't really know anyone that is in that, you know, millionaire status. At least I'm not.
Easy me.
Well, there you go, Mr. J. Mr. J is definitely a millionaire going on to a billionaire. He's like contending with Elon Musk, you know?
Exactly.
But may I elaborate with something real quick? Just to elaborate an example of the knowledge, right? I feel like at least three out of the 5 people here took an education system in 2 different countries, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Likewise,
somewhat.
Ditto. So, just an example, I would have to go to a library, right? Did you ever find a library in our hometown over there in Mexico, Isra?
You mean a
Myself, I
biblioteca?
didn't even bother looking for a library. I didn't. I don't know if there was a library, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. So
That's because that kind of knowledge wasn't looked for. The kind of knowledge that you were looked for is the one that you did with your hands. May that be fixing a car, may that be selling stuff in the street market, may you having go into the fields and sow your fields. Monse, what was the school year that you made it through in Mexico? To what school?
Well, I was pretty small. I mean, I was in kindergarten, but even then, a library wasn't, from what I recall, a library was never really a part of it. It was just pretty much like the classroom and, the activities that they would do, which were, like soap operas type of thing. Not soap operas, but like shows that they would put on for the kids and things like that. No, not telenovelas, but like it's like theater. Yeah, theater.
Yeah,
like
exactly. We do the traditional with the kings, with the three kings.
Yeah, but they would never really, say, "Oh, we're gonna go to the library," or like they implement here since like kindergarten and through your elementary school. I had to go over there all the way until freshman of high school, and I only did one project that required a book outside of school. And it was a hike to even get to that quote unquote book place. Your entire book of knowledge is called the guía, the guide, and that's where you get all your book knowledge. That they did every year, right? Isha, do you remember your guía and all those things? What about you,
No. But see, Marcos, this is where I emphasize the point of view of is this where nature versus nurture comes into effect, where you might be talking about book smarts, where we're talking about a financial point of view, but and how culturally. No, I understand. But example, the creator of Facebook never graduated university.
But did you know him?
That's
not answering the question.
No, that's not situation. That you're answering a question with a question. Where I'm saying is that
the question that you said, like the kind of example that we had in our nature versus nurture.
No, but I'm giving you an example as far as a person that never finished studying a higher degree of schooling was able to become one of the wealthiest people on planet Earth.
That was a gamble at the end of the day. It could have also failed.
Well, you could have said the same thing about Elon Musk and Tesla or Amazon.
Yeah, he had to leave his country, right? Yeah, they're all gambles. And how many gambles do you think happen in this world that fail versus the ones that succeed? Yeah.
Well, but the people always tend to tell you, or people that write books that are financially wealthy usually say,
are the winners.
Well, no, but they actually say, my first idea wasn't the best idea, so I failed, but it didn't discourage me to try again. True. So that's what I'm saying, where it's nature versus nurture. You perhaps might not have that wealth of knowledge or even the person to look up to at
or the environmental setting to be able to
especially in a culturally distinct type of situation where to Israel and Monse's point, perhaps the person that you saw working the field or working in a labor type of industry was the man, and the woman tended
and the richest guy allegedly, according over there too, that was flaunting it.
Again, look, this is one of the reasons why people come over to this country to take a crack at the American dream, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that dream left a while ago, a long time ago.
What is the American dream?
Exactly.
Not really.
We've been sold I guess an ideal that it really is upon us to actually create and make it something our own. Because that could be in any form. If it's you becoming an academic and getting a more than one degree, maybe
guys,
to you
I'm living the American dream.
That's for them,
hustling
right?
and bustling, yeah.
Or there's a person that becomes the next Elon Musk or the Jeff Bezos of the world, and maybe for them that's the American dream.
Maybe
living,
work and sleep.
What's the
Right.
name of that football player? The one for the one that's like 40 years old right now. He's still in football.
Tom Brady?
Yeah,
Tom Brady. He's living his dream.
Okay, so there you go. Just to emphasize the point that everybody's American dream looks a lot different, right? But I guess what I'm trying to say is that because we're in that situation where we came from maybe very culturally distinct situation, everybody is kind of branching out and doing their own thing. Where maybe I can't say my parents are millionaires because they're not. But that doesn't take away from me grabbing the information. So it really is the pressure is placed on you to a certain extent, where you have to figure out how you're going to start making ends meet and how you are going to become the breadwinner and the provider for your household. And I'm very much of the belief of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you can always add more things to that unbroken situation to make it a lot more efficient? I guess, efficient.
Our
In
entire
order for
family
you-
risk it for the biscuit.
I like that one.
And again,
Biscuit.
but everybody went about it a different way. No
True.
one person did it the same way, and no one person is doing it the same way, which
True,
goes to
true.
show, like, again, out of the circle of family members that we know, who is the doctor, who is the lawyer?
Me.
There you go. Out of like,
You said that like it's a bad thing.
No, Cesar is the lawyer. Monza is the nurse.
right. So and again, who is the computer engineer?
My sister's the lawyer.
Mr. J.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Who is the aviation engineer?
I guess me.
Oh.
Matos.
Who is the entrepreneur?
Isha.
Right. So as
And Alan, don't forget about Alan.
Don't
Yes.
forget Alan.
I'm very
Oh,
much
He's the chef.
low man on the totem pole.
What do you mean, low man? No.
Look, the way I look at it, no, and I'm like, I don't like tooting my own horn. That's why I say it.
Everybody's gonna stay humble.
Look, the reason I say it is because the end goal is the same, right? Try to feel comfortable in your own skin, in your own shoes, getting to the point that you want to get, right? And if you're able to help other people, assimilate or at least adjust so they can actually get to their point, that's awesome, right? Because you have to be selfish before you can be selfless as far as you helping others, right?
What was that Bible quote that you said before that one? I'm sorry for interrupting. There's one that just got me shook. I was like, oh my god. Sorry. The one that I started with was the path to hell is
It's paved with good
good intentions. Yeah.
right?
But the other one is
You can't pour from an empty cup, right?
that one. If you got nothing to give,
There's nothing to give, right?
yeah.
So it's very much like
Sorry, I
that.
got
Like,
excited.
so
That's pretty good though.
no, and it's crazy. We tend to think about it, at least in the, I guess you can say, the culturally, right? I can speak volumes about the place where I live, where I see a lot of people going the traditional route, where you
The
work
safe
hard.
route, if you will.
Well, it's not even safe. It's actually
It's not
not
even?
No, because it's the unsafest. Because the financial
It's
literacy
just like a
isn't
routine.
right.
The
The
routine.
financial
no.
literacy isn't quite there. Where they have the first part of it down pat, where you wake up early,
You work.
you work your hump to the bone, and then you don't show you have nothing to show for it after 30, 40, 50 plus years, because you were never taught to invest, you were never taught to open up your own business, you were never taught to save, you were never taught to buy some sort of appreciating asset. You're never taught these things.
You
But
weren't taught about the 7 incomes.
But this is the thing, outside of, I guess you can say, the Mexican culture, you see other.
I don't think we can say just Mexican. I think it's more of like the Hispanic community.
Well, the thing is, I've never been Colombian, nor have I ever been Peruvian, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Likewise.
So that's why.
our living circles, I guess, our personal circles.
Again,
Okay.
maybe if you would like to use your financial status, maybe, or the amount of money that people predominantly make, maybe lower middle class, or not even lower, like lower class, as far as financially speaking is concerned, most people are making between $25,000 to $35,000 at the end of the year, so it's not like, and that's per person, once you have both, maybe the husband and wife, in some circumstances, maybe they're making almost $50,000 a year, and that's in a very successful, 2 side jobs, and extra time, part-time on the side, overtime, time and a half,
OTs.
right? So those are the type of situations you tend to see a lot of people, at least for I can see the people on the block that I live in, right? So for me to say they're doing it wrong, well, no, they're busting their butts to try to make ends meet, but
they're not lazy at all.
No, absolutely not. But the thing is, the other aspect of it, the financial literacy aspect of it, where teaching them how to invest, how to be not maybe like hoarders in the sense, or of maybe things that aren't necessary, but how to use their money wisely in order for it to work for them. So by the time they're in that age to retire, they're able to live off of their investments, if you will.
Well, yeah, because most of these people, they they work their butts off, but by the time that they're, you can only work so much, at an age, now by like 40, I mean, I'm only 26 and I can already start feeling the cracks,
the aches and pains.
Experiences,
like I can't move this morning, but it, and I'm only 26. So
she got that life alert on.
I got my little help I've fallen and I can't get up button, so.
But see, that's a great point. Once it took about a generation for you to get with the program to understand that, hey, maybe I don't want to work for the rest of my life until I have to retire, because I won't be able to support, like, maybe the offspring I have with my husband or wife is gonna make it in life, and hopefully they'll be able to take care of me. And that's a lot of the people's thought process.
Isn't that betting yourself your eggs in one basket kind of theory?
Well, that's why a lot of people that are here are betting that their kid is going to be the next doctor or the next lawyer, so that kid could take care of them, which I it's maybe to a certain extent that's logical, but it's not sustainable, and and to a certain degree it's not even practical. It's not okay. As much as anybody, and I'll use myself as an example, as much as I love my parents, what amount of money would I need to create or have in order for me to sustain not only my life, as far as like my wife, and if I do have kids with my wife, right? Because it's about a little bit over $1 million from 0 to 18 to take care of a kid and
That's
have them
expensive.
go to college. Yeah, a normal person, like about $2 million passes through a person's hands, roughly.
Okay. Real quick.
As far as, go ahead.
No, go finish the thought, and I get an idea.
So it's like $2 million passes through a person's hand on average. A person making roughly, after college, you make after college you make a decent amount of money, right, at a corporation or your business or whatever the case is, right? Roughly that's what it goes. So that's enough to take care of 2 kids, not yourself per se, unless you don't have kids. Maybe you have a wife, maybe you don't. So everything is very subjective as far as that goes, right? But
I got me a dog.
And that's an expense on its own.
That's very inexpensive. It's very expensive.
They're like a child too.
Yeah,
now,
and it's very expensive.
How about this, guys and girl? What about this?
Thanks.
Everyone here is, no one is free of looking for a job, right? And how many
repeat
times?
that one more time.
Everyone here has been, going through the struggle, the hustle of applying to jobs, right?
Yeah.
Not
and
really.
how many times? when applying has an employer just not responded to your application and you never find out if you've got selected or not?
I always ask.
What about you, Alan? What about you, Monse or Isra?
No.
I follow
I mean,
up in case somebody doesn't reach out to my follow up. If say, oh, we didn't select you, I know the answer. If I didn't hear from them, I keep bothering them. Like their email or phone call.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't really had that many jobs. I've been at the hospital for 11 years now.
Oh, they should give you the keys, Monse. You should be
you have tenure. You have freaking tenure.
No, just be the head nurse already.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, I've been there since I was 15.
There you go.
Crazy.
Damn.
And they somehow have suffered for so long.
Well, check this out, guys, from Business Insider.
Ooh.
Workers say employers have been guilty of ghosting them for years.
Oh, we just go into the articles?
Yeah, well, Alan,
no better intro than that.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, Isra just literally answered that he would call back. Follow up.
Yeah.
That on its own is daunting. Like, oh, hey guys, did you get my application? I feel like if they want to talk to you, they would tell you. If they don't, they don't. But you gotta hustle. You want that work, right? So
I don't think it's daunting. I think
find
that's
it daunting.
very professional.
It is though. That's the experience speaking though. Imagine a freaking 18-year-old that had got taught. Oh, don't forget to apply.
That just shows how applied that person is.
True.
Like for some companies, like they get so many applications that sometimes they just tend to forget. Like I remember, like for example, for like one internship, I like after a while, I'm gonna send them a follow up email, and they're like, oh, sorry that we didn't get back to you. It's just that we've been having so many applications that it's hard to like send everyone a follow up. I didn't get it though, but they're like, oh, thank you for emailing though.
Yeah. Check. Quote. Oh, starting quote. For Scott Marget, the promised phone call never came. For Paul Sherwin, the hiring manager never showed up. For Matt Murphy, the hours had just evaporated from his schedule. Basically, he already was at work, and then just him applying again to a new position just never came, and they just evaporated. So each one was looking to work during the pandemic, right? Everyone, right? Everyone wanted to be safe, but everyone wanted to get paid at the same time. So what do? You find work. In the industries that have complained about a shortage of workers and an increase in the trend of coasting, where new hires vanish without notice, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. Now, these workers said businesses are getting a taste of their own medicine. Ooh. Ooh.
But is that?
Don't tell me what to do.
Is that as of recent though, Marquitos?
Yeah, in the pandemic, coasting.
But that doesn't have more to do with people not wanting to go to work because they're making more money staying home.
With unemployment.
Yeah, the unemployment.
Yeah, but versus in the past, so there's literally a huge list of applicants. So let me just not talk to to everyone. Say sorry. You didn't qualify. Let's just grab the guy and everyone. They'll figure it out.
But I think the numbers are skewed because it's been a black swan event where it's an unprecedented situation where people are being incentivized.
Being made now, though.
Yeah, people are being incentivized to stay home and get paid a lot more than
the government is sponsoring that stuff.
Wait, but that's done, right?
Yeah,
that's
it's
done.
finished.
The unemployment, that's done.
As of September, the last week of September.
Yeah, and again, they're still pushing that new $1 trillion. What's it called?
The infrastructure bill, whatever.
Yeah, 1 trillion or 1 billion?
Trillion, not trillion. You're talking about trillions.
Damn, yeah. That is a lot of money.
No, that's a lot of that.
What they were saying also to raise the cap, right?
the debt ceiling in order for
Yeah.
us to kick the can down the road, which is a horrible idea.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
again, there's just two sides to this whole situation. So,
Yeah.
man, it's crazy.
So basically, this report on its own is skewed, but it gives you an idea of what the writer's trying to say. That there's allegedly, I'm understanding that there's karmic retribution, but at the same time, everyone's paying the consequences of there not being work being done.
But I think also what they're not specifying is that there is work. It's just the work that people don't want to do. Because there's a lot of
Okay.
there's a
I
lot
agree.
of people. Yeah, there's a lot of help wanted signs, delis, gasoline stations, some retail
Supermarkets.
stores,
Yeah,
supermarkets.
it's a lot.
There's a
A lot
lot
of
of
college
jobs.
students stepped up, or high school kids stepped up, though. I respect that part.
No, of course, but at the same
Yeah.
time, those kids have to go to school, go
They
back
went
to
There's
school.
also been a lot of scheming going on.
Right,
Come
absolutely.
What do you mean?
There's been a lot of scheme games going on.
No, that's
I mean,
a fact.
because I mean, in college, in one of the college emails, one of the things came up was the UNICEF. It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
at home job.
I've heard of that. Yeah, definitely.
And they pretty much they tell you that, oh, it's to help the kids that are orphans and da 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 da. Like they paint it so nicely,
They
and when
hit you with the feelings.
they send you, they
Can you break that down
physically
a little
send
bit?
you.
Honestly?
Huh?
Can you break it down a little bit more?
What do you mean?
Like explain what the scheme is for that?
Okay, so pretty much what they do is they tell you that there's a job posting for you to go purchase items that are needed to be able to send them to the orphanages, or like the homes where the kids are, like foster homes. And they tell you, we will provide the money, we will send you a check, and all you have to do is pretty much just deposit the check and
This
purchase
is a
everything
big
for it, and then they just send us, like, we will tell you where to send the items that were purchased. But they do send you a physical check of $2,450, and pretty much you get in contact with somebody, and they tell you, okay, you got the check. It's a legit check. It's a legit check. And they tell you, it has like the name, the amount, and everything. And you go deposit the check, and there's funds. Like you see the funds, right? But then that person gets back into, gets in touch with you and says, "Did you deposit the check?" Yes. Okay. They were like, they say, we'll call you right back, and their next excuse is, oh, we spoke to the manager. The manager said he's going to take care of it. Send us back the money. So it's a fraud check.
Yeah.
It's a fraud check. So once you deposit it, it comes from a legit bank. Because I searched it up actually, because I did a for Westchester. Am I allowed to say this? The college? No.
Out. For
Preferably not.
Yeah,
Preferably
that's
not.
not.
For-
For the college that I saw that email from, they, I reported it, and pretty much to help them find or see how it was being gone about, they literally sent a check with the amount and everything. Obviously no deposit was made, but from other people that have come up and said, this has happened to me as well. They say that they've been told to send the money back, like through Zelle. Obviously, through Zelle, you lose the money.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
one of the guys actually fell for it. He sent back the money, the $2,400, lost those $2,400 plus an extra $2,400 because the bank took out, they saw that it was a fraud check. So because it goes under your name, they
assume
take it
that's
as
your
if
money.
you're the one. Yeah, like you're the
Right.
one that's committing the fraud. So, I mean, people have gone to the police department. They've made they've lifted the report, but they can't do anything about it. It's just a big thing that has been going on,
right? Allegedly.
No, it's been going on everywhere. So, anybody can get that email. Anybody can get that email. And I feel that now from the pandemic, because people saw the ability to stay home and work from home, you're at the comfort of your own house. You don't have to really go anywhere else. You just stay home and you're, comfortable. So
yeah,
no need for you to go out, no need for transportation. So I feel like a lot of people, what they look for now is at home jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much as to go out to work in a grocery, to work in, in other locations.
Right.
Most of the times that's what they're looking for.
Well, let me ask you something. Just a question. You think is it because the convenience of staying home, or is it because certain people got used to getting easy money with this unemployment incentive, that they're looking to get quick money, like the money that they don't have to do a lot of efforts?
Yeah, I honestly believe that that's what it is. Because like you said, it's a convenience to stay at home. You don't really have to. If you want, you can get up and be like, okay, I'm hungry. You don't have to wait for your lunch to get, depending on the job you're doing. So I guess that's what it is. And it's an easy thing to fall for, because of the way they paint it, the way they tell you, it's at home, you get paid, and it's like you could work for 4 hours and you can work throughout the week, like as how you please, but pretty much.
I feel this kind of scheme has been going on also, but it's just different. Like once I was working in this restaurant business, that this girl used to be. I mean, she was trying to be a model. I don't know if I think she's a flight attendant now, but she was trying to be a model, and then she went to the city to do this photo shooting, and supposedly the person is like, okay, we're gonna pay you $2,500, and then she got paid $25. They gave her a check, and then I think the next day or the 2 days after that, she went there. They asked her, hey, listen, by the way, we got a little short-handed in money. If you still have the $2,500, do you think we can get it back from you, so we can pay the other girls, and then we'll refund you an extra money for the inconvenience? So she gave. I mean, according to her, she told me she gave them, the $2,500 back, and it goes back to the same thing. The original check that they gave her, it was not true.
It was a fake.
It was, in a way, it was fake, and in a way it was good. It has no funds.
Yeah, they use like
has no funds.
A bank check.
Yeah.
And so you send money already away.
Well, yeah, I mean, she gave money to the people supposedly to pay the other models. But this was like a person to person.
But you saw the people face to face. That's even more like they're right
well, she
here.
Did. I didn't.
No. Metaphorically speaking, you know what I mean. Like they literally saw the face of their criminals.
Yeah, exactly. And then
the people that are robbing her.
I didn't ask her anything after. I felt bad for the girl, and I'm sure she felt bad for for herself.
For herself.
Yeah, I was like,
hey, $2,500. Oh,
$2,500. Yeah,
that hurt.
No, definitely. I mean, but I guess for some people, because they're in the situation of stay at home, I've heard plenty of times of people taking on 2 stay-at-home jobs that you're only required to be online, and they're making a lot of money doing just that. And I think
as a person that's been that did that before the pandemic, it's right. You gotta find your schedule. It was bad. I did that in 2017 all the way to before my surgery in 2019 as of June. And for a year and a half I did it, and I found a way to wake up at 4 a.m, do my time. I feel like I can say what I was. I was what was that thing? Transcriber, a court transcriber for a company that wasn't in the United States. It was in Israel, the original base, but they had everywhere in the world. And through them, I got certified to transcribe in English, in Spanish, and write the report however they needed it, in English or Spanish. But I had to put in the time and get their certifications. It wasn't just like, oh, easy money. You have to, like, there's a reason why I had to invest in a better seat cushion, because it freaking hurt sitting down all these hours.
Definitely.
And after that, like, I was like, okay, I gotta work smarter. So I did research and found methods to automate some things and then follow the rules of what they ask and me do my own life. And I that was, liberating, but at the same time, personal health had to come first.
Right.
But yeah, that's but the part that I cannot emphasize more was that it wasn't a pandemic. You could go to the gyms, you could go to Rooster's Market, you could go to the bodega down the block. I was in a sense working at home, but also whenever I wanted, I could go and work out to the Iron Temple.
Oh, okay.
But
the hyperbolic time machine. Yeah, definitely.
I feel sad for the people now in the pandemic. You're free in the sense to do what you want, but at the same time, everyone's got to wear face masks. It's the times. Well, let's just go and let's one step at a time. And I feel sorry for
But I think the bigger issue is the lack of motivation people feel to actually go. And even if it's something you don't feel good, like a job that you feel good about getting at that moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people are saying like, first choice, gonna go work at the deli or gonna go work at the gas station or gonna go work at XYZ place. Maybe it's not their first choice, but hey, it's a choice. And I think as especially us human beings to a certain degree, right? That aspect of pride gets in the way from you getting.
Isn't that a sin?
Well, more than anything else, right now, it's an impediment to you leveling up, right? Because that can be a stepping stone because you don't know who you might meet in that place, and I think people sell themselves short, where you don't know who you might bump into in these places of business, where because you did a good job or you came in with a great attitude, you don't know who you might bump into, and that person can extend a helping hand in getting you into something you do like or enjoy. And I think people don't see it that way, right? They see it as a glass half empty, opposed to seeing it as a glass half full type of situation. And I mean, it's unfortunate because a lot of people are living their lives in that fashion, because now people are scrambling to look for jobs, right? But again, I think that pride aspect gets in the way, where they're looking at like, I don't want to work at McDonald's or Burger King, right? I don't want to be, working for XYZ, fast food place or whatever the case is. So they opt for Uber Eats, right? Or DoorDash, right? Because they're like, oh, I can set my own schedule. It's kind of like working from home, but I can
from my car. Yeah.
Right. I can work around the hours that I need. But again, I've seen plenty of people on YouTube that have tried to do the DoorDash or Uber Eats, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes not so well. And yeah, please go ahead, DJ.
So I have my own experience in that section. I used to.
Oh, really?
I did.
Go ahead.
I did. Yeah, when the pandemic started, I did Uber Eats because in my job, I closed for two weeks. But then what happened is that I started doing Uber Eats, and I'm telling you, it was great. There was no people in the road. Gas was like really cheap.
Oh,
and
those
left
days.
and right. Yeah, left and right. I was getting
The beginning of the pandemic, right?
Yeah, I was getting good
money.
Good money. But then what happened is that a lot of people start realizing, especially people that do the taxi driving and the Ubers, no people was commuting. So they started getting into the Uber Eats and the Grubhub. But now, from what I hear, I haven't verified that, is that certain people have come out with a software that once the little ticket comes out, they grab it before you can see it. So they grab the good ones, and whatever they don't like, let's say the tickets that, the little things that you get to go, let's say to McDonald's or to Starbucks, that, let's say you stay there for like half hour waiting for a cup of coffee, that's only gonna pay you like $4, for the trip. They don't want them. They just send them out. So they grab the good stuff. I mean, the person that I was talking to,
they're doing bots.
They're skimming the top.
So they're becoming a mafia. So if you ask me personally, would you recommend going to that? Unfortunately, not, because you need to pay to play. So and then that goes the whole thing of, you're trying to hustle. You're trying to hustle, but people are hustling you.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's horrible news.
Yeah. So where's the anti-cheat feature for Uber?
I mean, this is something new for everyone.
Yeah,
they're so new to everyone that, like Monza said. I mean, some of the schemes, it's just I mean, I know they're there, but I mean, I haven't verified it. But who are you gonna tell? You gonna tell the police officer? The police, or are you gonna tell?
You're gonna tell Uber.
Uber. Do you think Uber cares? As long as they generate money, they're like, okay.
And they're not even making enough money to be, what's it called, profitable at this point. Yeah, they're not. So that's their issue. I mean, them for themselves, it's an issue. So I think they could care less of who's scamming who at that point, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a tough pill to swallow, trying to realizing that maybe those are the situations you have to like say, hey, if that's going on, maybe I have to find my way somewhere else, doing something else, And again, it might be that you might not like working at the gas station, but hey, no one can ever call you a thief or a liar, but maybe they can call you the worker at the gas station. But that's a lot better than other things, like a scammer.
Yeah,
that's true.
The only thing is that one thing I noticed is that you need to take a simple idea and take it serious.
Absolutely.
I did a job for this client that his girlfriend does balloon decorations. I mean, in pure essence, basically she inflates balloons. That's what she does, and she gets paid good money for doing this balloon decorations.
Oh yes, that business has actually boomed.
So now you think about it, anyone can inflate balloons. Anyone can just blow up balloons. But the trick part is that if you become good at decorating, arranging those balloons to make this really beautiful decorations that people are willing to pay you, a lot of money. And you think about it, she took something simple and took it really serious. So anyone can make money. It's just you need to put in the work. That's as simple as that. I mean, I'm not talking about and I'm not talking about from 7 working from 7 to 12. No, it's just put in the work, and they say,
shows that they want to rehire you again.
Yeah, and just get good at it. Whatever you do. Get really good.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how soccer players do it. That's how
and
Brady did it.
You start getting recommendations from their friends and stuff like that. So I mean, that's a good business model. Yeah, of course.
I mean, just for example, take a look at when somebody opens a Mexican restaurant. We know the spot to go for like certain tacos.
Even within the Mexican business,
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
don't go there. Go here. They make their tamales, the best tamales in this spot, but the tacos suck, or
these
something
tacos
like that.
are whack.
Or just make it at home, because no one makes it good.
Go here for the drinks.
Might as well go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, go to Mexico.
That's what I do.
Even in Mexico, you don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Even over there, I'm just kidding.
The houses, that's what, the ones that are
go to grandma's house,
home cooking. Oh, R.I.P.
Home
my
cooking
guy.
Home cooking is different.
Go to my aunt. She got the best of butter.
There you go.
Which aunt?
Exactly.
She does the tacos.
Go to
Placeros, yes.
Yes.
Oh, Tia Luz, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
She's awesome.
Oh,
Aunt Light.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll be back, all right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I feel like another point to the whole like unemployment and why people are not going back, at least specifically for like retail and fast food. I feel like it's because just working conditions are terrible.
Sears is
For
gone.
example, yeah, Sears gone. But
That
for
day's been
example,
gone, buddy.
for example, retail, like customer service can be like a terrible position to be in. And even
You know
like
what?
in fast food, like it can, like for example, a friend of mine was working at a coffee shop that's the local chain. And he said that the conditions there wasn't making him feel right, and that some things just didn't make him feel comfortable. So he brought it up to his
The
manager.
manager.
And then the
yeah.
manager just said, just brush it off. And then he passed it on to HR, and HR didn't want to do anything at all.
You know what it is?
Really?
I feel like, to be honest, it's just I think that, not for nothing, but I feel like the younger generation,
Or soft.
there's no not only that they're soft, but it's just like the attitude, the etiquette, the professionalism, they lack that.
The
You know,
lack.
The privilege
lack
shows.
and,
I mean,
and it's,
I mean
let me
that's
tell-
true, but like to a point, is like the reason I have a reason why I bring this up, but like to a point is like when a person is screaming at you for no reason, just because say like, oh, you didn't get this, even though they mentioned that, like there's a certain like line that's like, okay, like this is not worth it. But bring up your point, and I'll bring up why I bring this.
I'm back.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, because at least where I'm working, a lot of the people that I worked with for years, there's still a couple of us that are like the ancient ones, that have been there for
10
years.
10 years.
That have been, people that have been there for over 15, 20 years. But
Right.
a lot of people are leaving, and just yesterday, actually, I went in to help out because we were short staffed. They were, I was speaking to one of my coworkers, and he was telling me how a lot of things have changed on every floor because I float around, and he was saying how everything has changed. So many new people, but unfortunately, it's not, it's just that the patients have also have made certain complaints about people's attitudes, of nurses, of techs, of, just people that have attended them. And we've noticed that it's ever since, the new hires came in, and not to throw any shade on them or anything, but
Don't they have like an education course or something to follow, etiquette course or
they
something?
do. When you go through training,
There you go.
they
training.
tell you, and every year we have to do a, how do you feel in the environment? Like, they do the surveys. We have to do like our, net learning, where we have to go through a whole protocol. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just the newer generation or
but
what it
Monse,
is.
My question to you would be then, is that more of people are trying to get into that field because of the money is good, and not necessarily because they actually care about the people they need to help? Could that be the correlation, perhaps?
I think so. I think that's what it is, and
But
that's
then
why
the
I've
knowledge gap is pretty big there.
I've emphasized so much whenever somebody asks me, should I go into nursing or should I go into the medical field? And I've said, listen, if you're going to deal with people, you have to keep in mind that the situation they're coming in because they're sick, because they got certain situations, health situations in which it's going to affect their their mental status. It's going to affect not only them, but the family members. So obviously they're not going to come in happy, jolly,
Right.
True.
So if they make a comment and you take it offensive, that's where the issue starts, because they start, they get offended, they put their guard up, and then it's
Right.
like their tone changes, their attitude changes, and that's not good, because
Where's the bedside manner?
Exactly, the bedside manner changes.
I mean, people are. It's really difficult for people to fake empathy, and in that business or in that field, those are the type of things that you just, as a human being, you're not. You shouldn't be able to fake, because it's on top of it not being proper in that field. It just doesn't work without you having that level of empathy or sincerity to helping out people. It just, that formula doesn't work. And if people are just going there to work for money, then you lose that side of like that humanity or humane part of it that is so necessary. Yeah, the passion to help people. That is so necessary to actually be effective at your job, especially in that field, right? And I tend to believe, based on what you're telling us, that's what's lacking. And unfortunately, that's probably the reason why most people, work there for a couple of months. They don't like it or they go to a different hospital or switch it up, thinking that they're chasing, them being happy or happier in a different setting. Opposed to being there, because it's so much work.
It's more of like a routine. You go in, you do what you got to do, and then you're out. It's
Can
not
I
like
interject
before.
real quick once you're done?
Yeah.
Can I say my piece after you?
Well,
After you.
Okay. So like I said, pretty much you go in, you do what you got to do, and you're out. So before it wasn't like that. Before you would go in, you would be happy like to go in, and you were excited, but now it's like, okay, it's like I can't wait for my day off,
That's crazy.
Ooh, that's not good.
So
yeah,
and I've got that feedback from a lot of people. I've spoken with coworkers and things like that, and that's the same thing that they've said. It's like they're upset because we're understaffed. And I understand that, because there's been times where I've had more than 10 patients to me.
Oof.
So it's hard. It's hard, and you can't really give the patient the quality of
care,
attention, quality of care, quality of attention, and everything, because you have other people, other patients to take care of.
Right.
So
you want to? Okay, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say something that last weekend you kind of like your the story is kind of making me think of this is my I have a good friend. He was telling me that the lady that he works for, she owns a farm, and then she people go over there to leave their horses, and she charged like a monthly fee, and it's a huge farm. They train the horses and everything. So what happened is the husband is the one that actually was taking care of the whole thing, and he fell sick. Now the lady's taking care of that, so now she's shutting down the farm, and a lot of people are getting fired. And this lady, she was like the manager of the place. She was been there for 20 years. They didn't pay her a lot, like a manager, but she was living there for free. Like she didn't have to pay for rent. The car was given by the company. And I don't remember what else was given to her by the company. I mean, basically her expenses. Yeah, her expenses were so little that, her not getting paid too much, it kind of compensated a lot.
Yeah.
But in those 20 years, she didn't save money. She bought a horse. She got a boyfriend, and she was like buying cars for the boyfriend.
What?
She was getting her hair done, her nails done. I mean, she was just living the life. You can say that.
The Sex and the City life.
Yes. And when all this happened, she was like, she's in her 50s. So she's like, what am I going to do? So I was talking to my friend, and he goes, well, I'm the godfather to his son. So we kind of like close. And then he was telling me that when he first started working there, he has the same situations. He doesn't pay rent. They don't pay him a lot, but that helps him a lot. He goes like, since day one, I knew this will not last. So since day one, I knew there was not, I mean, I'm talking about like 20 years ago. Like he came in with the mentality that everything, starts, it has a beginning, everything has an end. So what he did is that he prepared, he saved money. His wife, same thing, they saved money, they bought a house in Georgia. So they're still here. I mean, he's one of the ones that he's not gonna get fired because he actually takes care of the horses. So he's very essential.
Right.
But you can fire the manager because they're not gonna get any more horses. But the few horses that the owner owns, I think she owns like 6, they need to be taken care of. So he's gonna be good. So when Monse was telling me your story, Monse, it made me also think in my own personal thing is that no matter what I'm doing, let's say right now I'm having a good life. I'm fixing my cars. I have a good accounts, but that can change. That can change tomorrow, like the pandemic. So we need to get we need to become comfortable being uncomfortable. When I say that is that if you notice in your job you're starting to hate it, guess what? You are becoming uncomfortable. So basically it's telling you for you to either move on or make some changes. So don't start getting comfortable, because when you start getting comfortable, that's when something happens and you realize, oh shoot, I should have seen the signs, but the signs were there. I'm not saying going.
Oh no, not me. No, the one that said that comment was a coworker of mine who.
I thought you meant you.
No. He said, I come to work, but now it's like I come, but I don't want to be here anymore. I love my job. I mean, regardless of everything, going on and everything that I saw during the pandemic and all these things, I still stand by the reason why I went into nursing. And it was mainly to help people and to brighten up their day, nice. As much as I could. But I mean, it's hard, especially when they get news of, like the other day, I had to give somebody the news that unfortunately, they had cancer. So, it's not always the easiest thing to get, to give that news. But
of course not.
I think that because I stayed in the room with that patient and the family members, the family member that was in the room, I was able to kind of just talk to them and say, you know what, it's a long ride, but since she is religious, I said, God willing, I can't say everything's gonna be okay because I don't know what the outcome will be, but I can tell you that keep your faith and give it your all if that's what if that's what your heart tells you to do. So just kind of like encourage them and reassure them that, something is going to be done. And just certain things that she can do to take care of herself, So, I mean, it helped because, she felt better. It was like a moment of like intensity, but I love what I do. Like, that's like no doubt. Obviously, I don't agree with certain things, but overall, I love it. I wouldn't change it. Nice.
No, I thought you were referring to yourself. I was like, no, I mean, if that's the case, you need to like make some changes. Like that person that is going over there to work and they just hates it. I mean, think about it. That's time. That's your time. Once your time leaves, like let's say.
You can't get it back.
That's your American dream kind of thing. Look what makes you happy.
It's gone. That's it. Done. Money you can always make. Things you can always buy.
Invest in yourself.
Exactly. You need to become happy.
You know what I've done that's actually helped a lot. And maybe you guys can also try it
Testify.
out. It's like a 5-second journal. It's a 5-second journal in which you write, you just take 5 minutes out of your day, whether it be in the morning, at night, at whatever time you guys feel. And just, kind of like write down what you're thankful for that day. It could, for the day, what something like what you have in your mind, something you just want to like write down or get out from your system. And, you know, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. Like that's helped me along the way. I really recommend that though.
Okay.
Journaling helps a lot too.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Yeah, 11 years
Release
is a
the
long
stress.
journey.
Releasing the stress.
And I don't, just a little secret, like I shared Alan like my personal objective and Mr. J over here. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm
No, you
seeing the
don't.
results of what I did, of that video that I made. Of,
What video?
You know, Alan, you know which one, right?
Right, when you were boxing,
No, but you know what I mean.
Which one?
you were relieving some stress. I saw you.
Every day in the morning, I would wake up extra early, put in my time. Again, this is like for my personal physical goals. And
1,000 push-ups, 1,000 jumping jacks, 1,000
Right now,
sit-ups, 1,000
I've been
squats.
keeping 100 push-ups every morning, and I'm like, at the beginning I couldn't do 20 clean. Now I can do
You go,
100.
Marquito.
Now
There
I
you
can do
go, buddy.
100.
That's impressive.
I think I told
That's
Isra
impressive.
one time, I think, didn't I? I think.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah. And
Yeah, you did.
but with that, I also incorporated some meditation. And I don't know if I told Monse, but I do that that I like to clear my throat a lot. I don't know if it's on the podcast, but also and Alan have witnessed that. Like I feel like I want to clear always my airway because I'll feel it obstructed. And like I noticed that it was because I was, you know, my mind was not processing. It was just, you know, at peace, if you will. But I would concentrate. Oh, I'm not breathing. I'm not. You know, I would internally have like that little, you know, panic attack, if you will. I want to say. But
I
then,
thought that was a lingering after effect of COVID.
But I put it into like, oh, I'm not breathing. Like I would kind of low key panic. And I showed you my method to improve that. And because I've been doing that, the meditation, it has helped me so much. Like, okay, calm down, pull yourself back, come on back. And
I feel like we all need to take time to meditate. Sorry to interrupt.
recenter yourself.
But yeah. I've actually
Yeah, I
been
agree.
looking into Reiki, which is like
Who?
Reiki is to align your chakras.
Wait, who said that? Who?
Me.
Oh, shit, that was funny. Who?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Monse. Go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
That's wild.
I got abruptly interrupted. Who?
Not
Yeah.
abruptly, surprisingly.
Okay.
Yes,
But
yes,
yeah,
yes.
Reiki, guys, meditation. I need
that
to
was
get
it?
better with meditation. What?
That was it. You're like Reiki meditation.
What? But yeah,
She's like,
no.
Reiki meditation, that's all.
is like your chakras. You realign your chakras.
What, you mean like Naruto?
Yes.
I'll just get someone from the Hilo clan for now. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like, I feel like we're deviating, you know. How about
Oh,
this?
yes.
You've always been deviating, Marcos.
How about this? You know, if anything, how about let's think about plants
No.
in your
Oh,
guys'
I
opinions.
love
No.
plants.
No.
Like house plants or plants like for the future?
House
House
plants.
plants.
House plants. That could be a way of
okay.
meditating, you know, to calm yourself, recenter yourself. You know,
Okay.
everyone knows that the fall started, you know, as of September, the end of September. We're in the
September
middle.
21st.
Yeah,
I have
we're
a
in the
couple
middle.
plants, so yeah, I can contribute to this conversation.
You know, there's a lot of subcategories of plants. There's outdoor plants, indoor plants. I'm going to talk about specifically indoor house or
I
winter
love
plants.
plants.
Now, are you talking about annuals or perennials?
Talk to me. I don't know what the difference is. I'm illiterate in plants.
Oh, no. Please go ahead if you have an
No,
article you need to read.
Oh,
It basically means that one dies in the winter and the other one doesn't.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I like the insight. Thank you, my buddy.
my buddy. No, but let's see. Talk to me. Isra, what are your opinions on the options of plants that you have indoors for the winter
Options.
season?
I mean, just to have all year round and very easy to take care of. I have two in mind: bamboos
Okay.
and
Yes.
this called the sea plant or CC plant. The zombie plant is called.
Zombie.
Those are my
wow.
two. Yeah, it's called zombie plant. Yeah, it's a very they don't give you flowers. No, the bamboo, no, the zombie plant.
The bamboos
But
are stiff.
The zombie plant is like green, very green. Doesn't need a lot of light.
Zombie-like.
You don't have to like put a lot of water. Maybe you can put water once every 2 weeks. So once a week. Once. Yeah.
They're a
I mean,
little,
you put a little bit.
Wait, that sounds like
Yeah.
a cactus.
But it's
I
not
like
a
it.
cactus. It's not a cactus.
Is it like a family of cactus or no?
No, it's not. I mean, if you see it, you're like, oh my god, this
Is
doesn't
it-
resemble a cactus at all.
Is it
It's just like
okay.
Wow.
Green leaf, kind of thick.
Oh wait, does it grow like
Straight up. It goes straight
Okay.
up.
Is that the
Yeah,
snake
mine.
plant?
No, it's not. That's another one that I recommend having because it's very easy to take care of.
Yeah.
But for me, a bamboo and the,
Oh
the,
wait,
the
does
zombie
it
plant,
does
sea
it
plant.
does it like move if you touch it?
No.
No.
Oh,
What?
This one doesn't
What?
move. I mean, you can blow it; it'll move. But
No, I'm trying to figure out. I'm getting a lot of options here.
Yeah.
I got a lot of options here, so trying to figure out which
Yeah,
one is
but-
which.
The bamboo, you can put it in water and forget about it. As long as it has water, you're good. Or you can put it in soil and you can leave it
Is
in your
bamboo
bathroom.
edible?
The
I
bamboo
think the
shoot.
roots are. Yeah, the shoots.
I don't know. I mean, the bamboos that I have, I would not dare eat them. You know,
Are you sure it's
grill it
called
up.
zombie plant?
because they're my little plants. You know.
I looked up
Throw it
zombie
off the
plant and it
back.
gave me Plants vs Zombies.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. It's called. Hold on. Let me just. It's called a sea plant. Sea
Like
plant.
sea, like the letter or the ocean or the
Z.
water.
No, Z.
Oh, Z.
Yeah, Z. Yeah, it's called CC plant. I'm sorry. Two Z's.
ZZ.
CC plant.
Plant.
You see it. I mean, it doesn't resemble
Oh.
a cactus at all.
Oh.
It's a really nice plant.
It looks
Oh,
fake.
I see.
Oh,
Okay,
what about
okay.
the aloe vera plant? That one's
Oh, I
also pretty
love
good.
those. I have one of those.
Wait, you said the aloe vera?
Aloe vera. I was gonna go
Is
I
that
with
said
like
Spanish.
aloe.
Is
I
that like a
have
double
an
fruit?
aloe vera and I have the
You
the
can make
leaf.
a good skin treatment kind of for.
you know those
Yeah,
like
she abused the.
the
Marcos
leaves,
abused the thing.
You
the
did?
plant
How
that
did you
has
abuse it?
long.
You used to hit it? You used to hit your plant?
No,
That's how you were
Pow,
using
pow,
it?
pow, pow.
You were choking it?
No, he ripped it from the inside and like
You cut a little piece of it and you use the juices of the plant to treat like a burn, and it'll help you. And it has a lot of
Oh
minerals.
yeah, but
and
you have to
vitamins.
cut the leaf. You don't.
a little.
You know,
Yeah.
you cut the
Prune it.
little
Yeah,
parts
but
of the
that
leaf.
leaf was massacred. You should have seen that end of it.
You weren't even there.
I was there in spirit.
I'm not
Misa
sure
took
there weren't
pictures.
any witnesses.
Misa took pictures.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Who
I
gave you
have
that idea for the aloe ones, eh?
Huh?
Who gave you the idea for the aloe plant?
Oh, I just bought it. I saw it, I liked it, and I bought it.
She saw it in ShopRite and I was like, mine.
Usually people give it to you for free, no? I mean,
No,
you cut
I
little
actually
leaf and then you plant
She
it.
had
And
to
you're
work
like,
hard for that.
I had to
You
work
paid for the
hard
aloe.
for it.
No.
I did. I actually did. I was at Home Depot.
well, let me ask you, is it still alive? Is it still alive or?
It is. It's beautiful. It's like growing. I'm actually going to repot it.
Is it brown by any
Nice.
chance?
No, it's not
to
brown.
kill an
It's
aloe
green.
vera plant.
You would think, but
I
once
have-
have killed worse.
I actually have orchids.
Orchid's nice.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay,
have
so
Take
one
nice.
your
that's like-
pictures?
Yes, I'm gonna take pictures and I'll send it to you guys. I have a purple one and then I have
I'll
two
post them.
other ones.
In the Twitter.
Send it in
But-
a group chat, please.
Yeah.
Tomorrow she's gonna go to like a nursery and take pictures of
No,
the plants and be like, here we go,
I'm
look at that. It's
Yeah,
a
she
beautiful
doesn't
one.
want- she said
I
she
have
got
a
multiple
money tree.
colors.
I actually have a money tree.
Oh, you too?
Yes.
Oh, mine is
How's the
massive
money?
by now.
Imagine Alan turns
Money
around
tree, how
and
does
he
that
we
look
see a
like?
money forest.
Money tree.
No, but like for me, it's like I
Oh,
have
the
the
money
fake
tree.
IKEA plant, you know, the one that never
But
dies.
you know what I did? It was bad. Okay, so I know that like the money trees require, they like the light. So I saw the day, it was beautiful. I was like, you know what? Let me take these out for a little bit.
Oh,
So I took out my
Boiled it
plants.
alive.
I took all of my plants outside.
Oh
right?
no.
My
Right,
God.
right.
You
When I left them outside, because I was like, it's nice and sunny. The sun wasn't direct, but it was sunny and it was a little bit windy. But
Right.
I said, you know what? Let me just leave them out. And I started to clean my house and I forgot. And then when I went out, I looked out the window
They brown.
at my plants.
Of course.
One of the leaves was turning like brown. And I was like, oh, no.
In one day?
Everybody back inside. Yeah.
One of the plants was like, "Ooh, it's windy today," and just boom.
And I mean, I had to bring them all back in. And I was like, never again. I'm never taking you guys out again.
Come on in,
I
children.
felt so bad. I was like, no, never again.
So,
you guys can
please, Marcos,
look out
tell
the
us
window.
what are the best houseplants for winter to get through the winter.
It's true.
No, the
Because
harder
I can't read that article because I'm not paying $1.
You're like, I can't read.
No, I'm not paying no $1 just to subscribe to New York Times.
I'm illiterate. No, but yeah, they're basically saying, the hardier the plants are colorful for the psychological evaluations, for sprucing up your in a emotional way. But
You trying
normally
to talk about my inner thoughts?
Yeah, right. They're whoa. Your indoor and outdoor thoughts, if you will.
Oh yes.
Maybe.
But yeah, no. If
It's a lot
the
of
hardier
math.
the plant, the low maintenance bamboo shoots, the bamboo they recommend. They also recommend over here with aloe vera, which
Guys, I need a bamboo.
I can give you bamboo.
Just be wary
take
of
donations.
pandas.
Just don't plant
I'll
them
give you
like
bamboo.
on the
I have
ground.
plenty bamboos.
Be very careful if you have pandas around, though.
Yay.
Don't-
Don't plant them
Coco.
outside because
Coco, go to the other side.
Okay, who has a panda?
There's trash
I
pandas
do.
over here.
I have a panda.
You mean raccoons? Raccoons
Yes.
different than a panda.
No, I have an actual panda, just in China.
Oh,
Oh man. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue with the plants.
but so yeah, the hardier, the low maintenance, and if you're going to be disciplined, it's like everything. You gotta be disciplined to maintain
course,
some of the
yes.
plants. An example, what is it? The choices for begonias. There you go. I'm like indoors. Those aren't indoors. I don't know plants.
They can be.
See, okay. What are begonias? Let me see a picture. Give me a picture. Oh, okay.
They're flowers. Yeah.
I
Okay,
like
I see
begonias.
it.
They look nice.
Their colorful leaf requirement.
A beginning company. Okay. I didn't know that. But for me, aloe vera. Like I feel like the aloe is in some cultures it relieves tummy aches. So
You
Marco's
should
not
use
thinking
that
of-
for your face.
Marco's
go
not thinking
there.
about the pretty.
we did
Marco's
that
thinking
once.
about the
You were there
usefulness.
one
Yeah.
weekend.
Use it for the face. Beautiful. You
Yeah,
can
just
even
can't
put
fix
it in your
Monster's
drinks.
face.
Drinks, yeah.
My face is beautiful.
You're like, huh?
Don't
That's
hate.
what you think.
Don't hate.
I'm sorry, nothing can fix that. That's
Oh, no.
that's forever
Don't
gone.
hate.
Okay, this one I feel like you need money for this one. Set up a terrarium.
Okay,
Yeah,
see.
you need a lot of money.
What is it? What?
You want me to build a
I don't got
greenhouse?
the space for that right now.
Yeah, a particularly humidity independent species like the begonias. That's a scientific name, Pavonina, a Malaysian species, sometimes called the peacock begonia. The peacock begonia.
Man, you just put a plastic bag around it. That's it. Be done with it.
Whoa.
It's like here's my greenhouse.
See, now
You're
he
in your
says
green
telling you
bag.
to choke it.
Yeah.
No, a lot of
gonna
people do
die.
that. They do the bag.
I had a Venus flytrap, guys.
Okay, I don't know how to
God.
say this. This one is spelled Hoya. Is it Oya or Hoya? My Spanish
I
is
should say
I'll go with
Hoya.
Hoya. I said
Hoya.
Hoya, right?
Hoya.
Is a Hoya in your
Wait,
future?
what? How do you spell it again?
Hoya. Or the wax plants.
Isn't it like, oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That looks kind of nice. But yeah, so
Very nice, very good
Guys, I need to
success.
expand my plant.
I'll be willing. Easily.
I'll give you a bamboo. I'll give you a bamboo.
May I put in a request for a bamboo as well?
Sure. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I got 3. Yeah, I can let go.
I don't have the 3.
I have the plant that has the long leaves, like the extension of leaves. What is
You
that one
gotta be
called?
more specific than that. There's a lot of leaves like
in
that.
Spanish,
Say it in Spanish.
It's called enredadera.
A vine?
The bramble.
The one that
what?
has the vine.
Ivy?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
green leaves. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
Yeah, isn't it bramble?
Verna,
You just do have
something
one.
like that.
I do?
Yeah.
I do.
You said you look at my inventory?
Yeah,
I
Gigi,
have
you
one.
have one.
She's looking through the window as we speak.
I have
Oh,
a
stop.
grapevine in the back.
A what?
A grapevine in the back.
So what do you get?
it's
What
looking
news do you get from the grapevine normally?
Grapes, sour grapes.
Aren't they like winter sensitive, cold weather sensitive grapevines?
Yeah, no, they're.
Alan, I
they're
have a
done
question
the
for
year.
you.
Yes, hello.
What did the grape say when you stepped on it?
Oh no.
They started whining.
Hey!
And nothing. And let out a little wine.
Oh,
Dad jokes. But
very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
And now Monte has become a dad. Oh. That's a little bit aggressive there.
Oh,
Jesus. Someone smacked me.
Stop smacking up the family over here.
But yeah, so what do you guys think? Are plants another way of meditating to cope with life stresses?
No, it
Yes,
is
they
it is
clean
one
your
of life
air.
stresses.
I think it's like a soothing.
I think it
right?
helps.
Bamboo?
Things like
a-
No. What's that Japanese one?
Bamboo.
Bonsai trees.
Oh.
Honestly, no, but that's a lot
That's
of
a lot of
dedication.
work,
That's a lot
yeah.
of work.
No.
I mean, that
I
is
think
My
that's-
sister has one.
That's stressful.
Again, it's not.
Elaine has one.
Wait, do
And
bonsai
it's
trees?
still
I don't think
alive.
they can grow here.
I'm not saying it's not
Yeah.
alive. When you say it's
I've
just,
seen them before here. I've seen
Listen,
them.
Are
I'ma tell her
bonsais
to-
all normal trees, but just pruned constantly?
No,
many
I'm gonna
with
tell.
also
I'm
the
gonna tell her to
soil
take a
and-
picture of it, and I'm
Again,
gonna send it.
share
I'm
and
gonna
I'll
post it,
post it.
guys.
I'll
Yes.
post it as well over here.
Very cool.
It's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
send you
posting.
guys the picture.
And there's a lot of posting over here, Mr. J.
Oh no, that's bad.
We sure post a lot over here,
Oh no, that's bad.
I love plants.
but you hate zombies.
That's why she don't have
I
a
mean-
zombie plant.
I mean, that's on the list.
Oh. And what's the money tree, Alan? What's the why name it the money tree?
Because it costs
Yeah, that's
money to
true.
buy it.
What plant doesn't?
No, well, you go to IKEA and you get the one that doesn't die. It's plastic.
Oh, so why not just call it the immortal plant?
oh,
That's
why
why-
No.
Because that
tree.
sounded funnier.
Yeah, that's why
No,
it's called,
I
call
really
it the
do.
money tree.
Oh,
I have two actually. I have a little one and a big one.
Oh, I don't have those. The only trees I have in the backyard are a pear tree, a peach tree, and the grapevine, and the fig tree. So that's it.
man, you
nice.
should just start pickling some fruits over there.
I think
Usually I'll pass it
preserve
on.
would be better.
Preserve. There
Yeah.
you go. You know what I meant. Thank you. My freaking English isn't the best.
Yeah, you
over
don't
here.
no.
pickle.
Okay.
I don't think you pickle fruit.
Preserve. But yeah. What about you, Mr. J? Let's go for number 2. In your list,
Bacon.
your conversation notes, if you will.
Wait, what?
Bacon.
Yes.
You want number 2 or number 1?
Number Juan.
All right. Do you want it like? What size? I got a small. I got a medium. I got a large.
Who?
I got a
What?
Pro Max.
The
What are you
one that
talking
has
about?
the boys.
What are we talking about?
So again,
Yeah,
I
I'm
got a
lost.
small. I got a medium. I got a large, and I got a Pro Max.
Are we sharing our size now?
I like the Pro Max one.
No, it's because my article is about the new
Oh, the
iPhones.
iPhone 13. Ooh,
That took you a while.
I thought we were talking about clothing size.
I don't know, I'm
Saying.
talking about size.
plants.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, this one is the apple plant.
Yeah, because there's like a whole
okay.
bunch of different sizes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Because-
From
okay, go
plants
ahead.
to apples.
Continue.
I
I
love
think it's
the
been like a
colors.
week now.
I love
Yeah,
the
a little
colors.
over a week.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than a week, but yeah.
Yeah, but basically they have they do have 4 sizes. They have the 13 mini, the 13 Pro,
And the Pro
and the
Max.
Pro Max.
Yes.
Let me see. I gotta figure out what was their spiel. I think what was it? Like iOS 15 is coming out. I think one of the bigger major changes was the Pro Max has a feature now that you can have it in 120 hertz refresh rate with your screen.
I like that.
Oh my God, I saw the video. I actually went to the Apple store the other day. Sorry to cut you off.
How dare you? I should slap you. Marcos, the slap.
With slap.
I saw the video. Like you can make it blurry in the back if that's what you want. You can make it blurry in the front if you want to see all the way in the back. It's cool.
Oh, you mean the camera or the display?
Yeah, like the camera.
The storage is crazy. 1 terabyte.
Yeah,
a lot of new phones are coming out with that size.
It's gone up to 1 terabyte.
But I think it makes sense because now that people are taking like 4K video and 4K pictures, it's
The
gonna need a
software
lot.
that it's going to use, what is it?
iOS
Like
15.
ProRes or something like that?
Oh, I have. Let me see. Do they have that featured here? Cinema mode, I think it was called.
There
Now,
you
do
go.
you think it's convenient to get the 1 terabyte or no?
So
Well, depends
okay.
what you're going to use it for, right?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
go
it
ahead.
always
I'm sorry.
depends on
Go
what you're
ahead.
gonna. Well, I mean, yeah, it always depends on what you need it, but I mean, like the one, it's always great to have a large space, but like, and then again, you could just pass any files you need to your computer, and that's it. It's cheaper just to get like a terabyte SSD or something, and then just pass it into that. So it all depends, really. I mean, if you need a terabyte of space, damn. Like that's a lot.
That's like that's a big
That's
niche. Like if that's not a niche
that's a
anymore.
lot of bytes.
Yeah.
How many
Tera, what is
terabytes?
it?
One.
Isn't Tera like 10 to the 12?
Wait,
You
I have
told
a
me.
terabyte on my phone right now.
Yeah, Marcos.
No, you tell me. I said.
No, that's what I'm asking. Is it 10? Let me see.
Yeah, that's why I said you tell me. I don't know
How
that
much
one.
of it have you used?
Not a lot. I mean, mine is expandable memory on my phone, so I just put about a terabyte, and I just put the chip in. That's it.
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore with the iPhone. Well, you never could with the iPhones.
That's why I stuck to Samsung.
And
I don't
even
think you
Samsung
can.
already
Yeah, you
taking
can't
that
do that
away.
anymore with the newer
Oh, well,
ones.
that's why I'm not upgrading anymore.
Rip in peace. That,
So,
this
yeah,
is your
so-
final phone.
That I'm staying there.
Yes.
So yeah, they have so to compare the 13 to the 12 from which is last year's model, there's about like they do test bench and all that stuff. So they do single core and multi-core. The single core, the 13 does 1,721. That's their rating. And then the 12 is 1,591. Now I don't know what units this is because they tend to not give out units.
Right.
So there's about a 200 increase. And then the mini and the pros, actually the mini does better by a little bit, by like 2 than the 13 regular. And then the pro is I think up by like 20. And then so basically they're saying that like the new chip that they have in it performs a little bit, in my sense, a little bit better than the previous generation, which is typical.
Just a
for
little
any-
bit.
Just a little bit.
The A15 Bionic, right? Bionic chip.
Yep. So yeah. I mean, I've noticed that a lot of people are saying if you have the 12, like for example the 12 Pro Max,
You shouldn't upgrade, right?
yeah, you shouldn't upgrade. There really is, like, unless you really, really want the 120
120.
hertz. Yeah, because
Right.
the feature Monse was talking about, I think it was portrait mode, which is something that has been in the iPhones for a while now.
So is it worth upgrading the screen than the refresh rate?
I mean, that just depends on you. Do you feel, well, like I said, from the 12 Pro Max, the 13 Pro Max, is that higher refresh rate better? And is it a bigger reason to upgrade to that? Or should you just keep it with the 60 or 59 hertz screen and, keep on doing what you're doing?
keep on playing, playa.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I was gonna bring up that according to CNET, which is what the article is from, they said that the best overall phone as of right now, I think this was made before the iPhones came out, but so far is it's still like the Pro Max for like the price and everything, for the battery life. They say like overall the Pro, like, let me see, if you want the largest screen and the biggest and the longest battery life on any iPhone ever made, the 1100 iPhone Pro Max 12 Pro Max is worth the price. And yes, if you want to get every last drop of image quality out of your photos and videos, then this iPhone is the iPhone to get.
So last year's 2 years? No, last year's, right? Yeah.
Basically.
Dang.
But I mean, then again, I'm always saying iPhone is overrated and too expensive.
It's simple.
But that's kind of hard to prove because Samsung is not that far off. But I feel like you get more bang for your buck with Samsung.
Incremental,
diminishing returns. How about that one?
Because like,
it's just incremental.
I like say like betterment. The only leg up I like to give to Apple is that they're really good with software optimization. Because if you really think about it, the cameras aren't on paper like for example, they are
not the highest spec cameras.
Yeah, 12. They're all 12 megapixel cameras, which is kind of like really low nowadays. Like, what is a Samsung?
So was Google for a while though.
But they had great software.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That they have great software.
Who? Apple?
So like it makes it look Apple and Google.
Oh.
They have great software to like optimize the image quality. Because if you take off all the image optimization from the iPhone, it looks terrible. It looks like that 2012 back in the day, just like blurry iPod touch looking photo.
Yes.
But once you put in all the image optimizations, then it looks crisp. But I mean, again, I've talked to like photographers. They're like, you kind of do notice the difference between a highly elevated hardware camera to something like software optimization. It's great for like the normal eye, but if you're used to it, you can
DSLRs and all those things though.
Yeah, like they're like, see, like you can tell if you really zoom in, it's bad.
And they got the glass and like the lens, the lens is in all those things, which is a cut above like a what is it, 24 megapixel digital lens or camera on your phone versus their freaking 100 megabytes or 100, almost, I don't know how many, but that lens, that physical hardware is different.
I was gonna say, and also just to like wrap it up, the only downside they said to the iPhone was the notch on top, which I agree that's terrible.
Anything, even all phones had a notch for a while though.
Well, no, but like now modern day phones don't have that anymore. They've really listened to they've listened to their customers and got rid of that versus Apple. Yeah. They're like, notch.
Nah. We're gonna stick with that.
Like, I feel like the most they've done is reduce it by like 10%, but you can barely notice that.
And it still looks the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, every iPhone users, which is a large group, have to deal with the notch.
But I think that also has to do with that's Apple being Apple, where they're the type of company where they won't put a new feature or some sort of incremental adjustment until it's Apple perfect for them, right? So they work on it on the under screen camera until they're able to put it onto their phones or devices when there is no pixelation around the little cutout, right? Like what happened to the Samsung Fold.
And then there's the security side on there. Remember recently there was a big update for their security patch on all iPhones. I think it was last week or this week.
I mean, if you really think about it, there has been a lot of security issues within the iPhone.
Every phone.
Because like, you guys remember when like if you were to text someone with an iPhone a certain set of characters, it would just shut it off?
You did it to me.
Yes.
I did it to my brother.
Hey now.
Yeah, that's a really big security risk because that could potentially damage the hardware.
Messed up, yo.
So, you know,
and then
iPhones can be hacked.
Oh, Marquitos, the music is a little too loud, bro.
Going down. Well, it's get excited for the Pixel phone, guys.
No, absolutely not.
Excited.
What?
Get excited. Get excited.
Marcos is so excited for the Pixel because he wants to buy it.
You
So
don't?
maybe no.
No.
Oh,
Shoot, my next one's gonna be another Samsung.
guarantee.
Absolutely.
Guarantee. I guarantee.
I give you my word.
I'll give you the Charles Barkley guarantee.
Charles Barkley.
Yes.
Yes, I give you my word. That's what I'm gonna get. A new Samsung.
So if you want to, so Marcos, I think this should be a good thing for you then. If you're really excited about the 6, the 6 is already getting.
You gave me, things to think about, but go
Marco,
for it.
it's a Google phone. What do you expect?
The most grief.
Go for it. Go for it.
So even though the Pixel 6 is not even out yet, it's not even been released, and they're already offering discounts on it.
Ooh, full stop.
So the first sentence here is there is no shortage of hype and the run up to the Google Pixel 6
Galaxy
launch,
brain.
especially around Google's birthday. And even though we're likely a month from the full reveal, some Google is already offering discounts on its upcoming flagship to celebrate turning 23. Oh wow, they're my age. I didn't even realize that.
Oh,
That's crazy.
So
Happy birthday, buddy.
so this person named 9 to 5 Google spotted the offer on Google Store in a few different Asia Pacific countries where the Pixel 6 will be sold, offering what it looks to be the US equivalent of $50 off the price of the device. If you want to look into the link, they actually have the screenshot. And it says, get your game on and start hunting for the hidden gifts. Buy and subscribe and get 70, I guess their currency, off the upcoming Pixel 6 phones. In Australia, purchasing anything in the store rewards you with $7. Do they have dollars in Australia?
Australian dollars.
Okay.
$1 million, yeah.
Off the upcoming Pixel 6 phones, and the company even throws in a 15% discount code, which they actually listed here, to sweeten the deal. The code can be used nearly on any item in the store except for the new Nest Cam and battery-powered Nest,
There's a new Nest?
doorbell. Of course.
Okay.
So I'm not going to read the rest because...
No, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so
'Cause
in
reading-
Asian, you heard that Asian countries where the competition, Google is not a strong player over there. They got all of
they're
Samsung.
terrible.
They got all of Samsung. They got
Well,
all
I mean,
of,
wasn't the Pixel 5a only released in like United States and other countries like Japan?
region locked more or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they're shooting themselves on the foot if they're only playing in one continent and one country.
Well, I mean, maybe because that's their only demographic. Like that's it. Like who
That's
wants a
really-
Pixel?
And they're trying to get out there with offering deals.
For example, Monse, if you look at this phone, would you want to get it?
Which one?
The Pixel 6.
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's a hard pass.
Yeah.
See, Monse is like the average consumer.
Yeah.
Not the YouTuber though.
Who?
What?
Who'd you call?
No,
She's the average
right.
consumer, but not the YouTuber.
I would not
You're
get
right,
that phone.
right.
So, you know, if someone like Monse here, a nurse, a hardworking nurse, doesn't want to get the Pixel
Yes.
6, then why should anyone?
I mean, why should anyone get a terabyte on their phone?
Do you want to ask that to all the billions of people getting it?
It's like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd rather have the space.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just saying there's a demographic for everything. Now, if there's a specific group that buys more of another brand versus another one, like not everyone in the world is gonna buy Supreme, or not everyone's gonna buy Gucci. There's always what is it, the Carhartts or the what is the 511s.
Well, yeah, but if your demographic is so small that you have to release your phone in specific regions, then you know that kind of shows that how much people want these phones.
not how much people want, it's just how little influence they have in other markets.
Well, I mean, it's Google. Like, Google is literally one of the biggest tech, if not the biggest tech companies.
Global
So is
brand.
LG,
Yeah.
but LG stopping making their phones.
Yeah,
Because
but are they
their
Google?
phones suck.
Yeah, but no, they're LG, which can be arguably older and I guess in some places better.
Yeah, but
Older doesn't mean better.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
I just
better.
said some places. I didn't say all the places.
No, but they just cut down the fat. They trimmed the fat on their company. They saw that the majority of their money was being made by selling TVs and
yeah.
appliances, not necessarily cell phones.
What was it? The
So I
thin
mean
Q
that.
line?
Yeah, I mean that's a smart business move. You know, you cut your losses and you take your profits in other places where you're making more money.
And then there's
Where
Samsung
Google-
with the Note series, which is I'm sad.
well, I don't think it was because of like it wasn't popular. It's just that they wanted to focus their area into something else.
But you just
Yeah,
said
the
it. I thought they were not popular. If you're basing
I'm saying they weren't. Like, I'm not saying they weren't. They were really popular. A lot of people liked them. A lot of people hate that they took it off.
Absolutely.
But they want to shift their focus onto something that they think is the future of phones.
They're rolling the dice. They're willing to risk it.
Yeah.
Well, they have enough capital to do it.
Yeah, they-
you know?
Imagine next year, 2 years from now, the next Note.
They can throw you like
Yeah,
$1 million and
not
they
wrong.
still be good.
Throw it down the chute.
No, throw it down your face. Just
Like, what do you mean in that sense? Like, waste it?
like
more or
literally,
less?
they take $1 million, and yeah, that's fancy.
And
They waste
sign a
it.
check and give it to me.
Yeah, they sign like the biggest check and they just throw it in your face. And
Hey, Samson, I'll happily
No,
take
they're
those
not
$1 million.
they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Samsung, if you're listening, I'll happily take those $1 million.
He's like, I just need that small loan of $1 million.
Small loan.
But
That's
Google,
good. I like it.
Google, I guess, is also gonna. Well, I don't know what to say there. It's just like if they're offering deals, they're trying to incentivize a lot of people, and I don't know what that says. That they're trying to give deals or that the hardware is not that good. I don't know.
I mean,
TBD.
hey, maybe I'll eat my own words, and maybe by the time it comes out, it does really well.
Until then.
I mean, according to
Wow.
statistics, they haven't like been doing that
They
great.
haven't performed well.
Yeah, but then they would cut it off, and they haven't cut
Marcus,
off the fat.
The math,
So
the
let's do
math
this.
does not fail. Maybe this is the last attempt because they made a whole chip.
Let's see. Yeah, well, they invested in a whole chip, which isn't a cheap endeavor. Let's see what
That's true.
happens. TBD.
Marcos is gonna be there in
Next
the front
time.
lines.
Next time on Google Ball Z. No.
Ooh, ball Z.
I don't know
I don't
about that.
Yeah, let's not insult Dragon Ball here, man.
Oh. Oh.
I know Google is a great company, but let's not push it here.
It ain't no Dragon Ball.
Yes, no.
So, after that, what do you guys think about the shower thoughts times?
What happened to your belt?
Well,
No, this is what happened. He was in the gym
So many tacos.
and he had the belt on real tight and he was deep into the squats. He had the weight on his shoulder and he was just, and he was going up and
No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
Oh
yeah, I know.
no!
Let me preface this. Last week, right? We were doing some mic check with Alan and Mr. J over here, with Miss Sensei Alan and Mr. J, right? You can never get too comfortable and lean back and just relax, right? We have to always get to know your hardware, be better with your coding and all those things. Let's go with that. I don't know what I just said,
Wait.
Okay.
but yeah. So I was
how can they relate to that?
because you can never be cocky and say, I'm good enough.
You said, but how can they relate to that?
You can never relate to, I already make the best sandwich in the world, full stop.
Okay.
Rooster's
Wait,
Market's still
what?
out there. Rooster's Market must never be cocky and say it's the best.
So wait, you're saying that Isa and Monte can code now?
Yeah, right. Anyways,
What?
we're
I know.
leaving
Can
off,
I code?
off topic, but yeah. And Mr. J stepped off. I don't know if Mr. J stayed on the call, but guaranteed, I was talking with Alan about pants. We were talking about anime.
Did you shit your pants?
We were talking about jeans. What was that word that you were saying, Alan, about not having to clean your pants? It has that specific thing.
What?
That it preserves that shape, like your jeans.
Levi jeans.
What was that?
Wait, what were you confused? Oh, what? I don't quite remember what I told you, but
He's like, wasn't that?
in order for you, no, but it was
Alan.
wait up, guys, wait up.
It's like the universe doesn't want to throw me under the bus with this.
No, the thing is that experts in fashion usually give people advice as far as jeans go or denim in general, where the piece of advice is you don't necessarily have to wash your jeans in order for them to keep for a long time. So because denim is made in a certain way or because it's a certain material, you can spot wash or spot clean your jeans, and to get rid of the smell, you're better off putting them in a plastic bag and sticking them in the freezer to get rid of odors and stuff like that. And the reason is for this is
to get rid of the smell. The shoes in the freezer. That's another thing. So I know what you're talking about.
I'm not saying
We're talking about denim specifically.
Right, we're talking about denim. I mean, if you do that with your shoes, that's great. I'm specifically talking about denim or jeans because what tends to happen with jeans is that the more you wash them, the more washed out they become, and the more it's prone to either wear away, and the fit doesn't quite,
stiff.
they basically, they shrink, or they get out of whack, especially depending on the quality of denim that you buy. So say you have a dark blue or dark black wash jeans, to retain the crisp color of it, the less you wash usually tends to be the best course of action for you to retain that color.
And what's the name of that word? You said like a lacquer? No.
No.
What the P?
I said spot clean?
No, press no. Like it gets to your shape. It becomes your shape, like the shape of your wallet, all those things when you put.
So basically, what Marcos is saying is that if you buy a high quality denim or jeans, selvage denim is usually the type of jean that some companies offer as a higher quality of denim or jean, and in order for it to get character, you usually wear them, and it creates almost like think about it like metal, like copper and stuff like that. It creates or leather. It creates that patina.
Oh, patina.
Right?
There we go.
Right. So it creates the wear.
Huh?
The wear the. So it creates due to the wear that you give it creates that patina, so you'll get the striations or the wear and tear on it that gives the actual piece of clothing or piece of denim character. Only that, right? Though.
Salutations, Marcos here. This is a message to all the listeners out there. There are links in the show notes for our Twitter, email, and even show notes. Any questions or ideas for the podcast can be sent via these links. Now, back to our regularly scheduled podcast.
The character that only you would give it, because where you place your wallet, where you place your phone, perhaps, and it gives it charm and character that makes that piece very unique and your own. So that's what I was explaining to Marcos. And what was that?
We were there until like 3 o'clock in the morning talking, even though Mr. J left around 9 or 10. We were there until
because I'm a good boy and I go to bed early.
Yeah.
Right.
So in that process of
Joshua has a life.
and after Mr. J over there stopped, we talked and all those things. I said, I have this for belt. ... And he said, you know what? You're better off with a classic D ring kind of style belt, right? He said, really? But it's light. It's easy to put on and off and all those things. It hasn't failed me. And because we talked about it in my backpack, I took one of those D-ring loop backpack belts with me to work in the backpack. And there you have me, right? I'm in the thick of it in my little store over there in the courthouse, and I'm like loading up some waters and all those things, and you have me like going down to pick up a pack of water, and I just hear pop, and I'm like, oh no. I was wearing a weighted belt because I was doing it for like 30-45 minutes already, like lifting all those things, getting in different positions to move as fast and get it out of the sales floor. Yeah.
Did your pantalones fall to the floor?
No,
what happened?
But my boss had said, what was that? I'm like, my belt snapped. I was in the position where my pants didn't fall, but you lose.
He was squatting.
I was squatting.
You were getting belt thing comes. Story comes.
You were feeling saucy. You were like, it's Friday.
No, it was Wednesday or Tuesday.
Hump day. It was hump day.
Hump day.
Look at the text thread when we were talking about when I
While out Wednesday for you, my guy.
Right? I'm like, oh no. I'm like, hold up, and my boss, started laughing. Like, oh, really? We're gonna catch you with your pants down? I'm like, no, I refuse.
No,
I refuse. I grabbed my pants, I stood up and walked to my backpack, and I opened it up and whipped out the other belt. Like, look at this, boss. There was a reason why I have an extra belt. Thanks to Alan.
You carry an extra belt?
Because Alan told me you're better off carrying that. And I'm like, oh, let me just, I'll Lego caso. I'll follow his suggestion. Not only
like, you'll humor me.
Wait, how long have you been carrying that belt in your backpack?
Since this week. We practiced on Saturday night, and I put it on Monday in my backpack. You know what? You never know. Pop on Wednesday.
So wait, the belt that snapped, it was like it showed already some kind of wear?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell, but I had it for at least 2 years with me.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a nylon belt, the ones that you have like a belt, like a sternum strap one.
No wonder. I was gonna say if it was leather, I don't think leather will do. Because I have some leather. I have a leather belt that I bought it back in high school, and it's still good. I mean, you see, you're like, wow.
Yes, thank you. A good quality belt goes a long way.
I agree, 100%.
And then I did research, and I'm like, I heard about this brand 511, and hashtag not sponsored.
You mean 7-Eleven?
Yeah, right, 7-Eleven. But what do you guys think? Yay or nay?
What do you mean?
It's only one belt.
Invest in a good quality belt.
It's only one belt that I'll recommend. Grip 6 belt.
Grip 6.
Grip 6. That's the only belt I'll recommend.
Rip it and rip it.
What?
That's the only one that I'll recommend.
Oh.
Take a
They
look.
got wallets.
Just a belt.
Just a belt. He's like, just a belt, bro.
Yeah.
Are they expensive?
I mean, you can get like a $49 belt.
Okay.
But the reason I like it is because, see, when I work with cars, it's very, delicate work, not scratching the paint. So this belt doesn't have anything that will scratch it. And the belt itself doesn't have any holes, so you can actually adjust it to wherever you want it. And it's very easy. What?
So my question, your belt choice, for me, in my situation, I'm not a fancy kind of guy. So if my belt can check a lot of boxes, well, not 100%, to the best, what is your default color that you would recommend me if I were to pick a belt, basically?
Black.
I do black with black, gray or black. I mean, the buckle you can do like a gray or like a bronze. Bronze can go with anything, and just the belt itself go with a black.
Okay.
That's it.
Now, can I?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Alzheimer's.
So
it's
this is
I say if you could beat someone with it, then it's good enough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can.
So this one, my bullet points were casual, work, combo, rope. What do you think about rope as a belt?
Why would you want a belt for a rope?
Well, technically, my romper has a rope for a belt. Well, it's not like an actual rope, a rope, but it's.
I'm about to say it's not an actual romper.
It's a rope or rope?
You know what I mean?
ROPE. What is it?
Yeah.
Romeo, Oscar, I don't know what the P stands for, and then echo.
What?
There's a running joke.
He was spelling it phonetically.
I was spelling
I got
phonetically.
lost.
I was spelling phonetically with Mr. J. I've been practicing the
I don't know
what
why
is it?
though.
Because
The
you
phonetic
would always
alphabet.
mishear me, and you now misheard me even in the podcast.
So were you thinking about your belt the entire day, like while you were showering?
On Wednesday, yes.
P is Papa.
Okay, so
Pondering,
Romeo,
pondering.
Oscar, Papa, Echo, Rope.
Rope.
No, but why would you want a belt for rope?
Why would I? No, the other way around. Why would I want rope for a belt?
It's your
Yeah, why?
emergency. It's your emergency go-to.
But that's what this guy carries rope with him.
You do?
Me.
Yes.
Why?
I even.
Just in case.
He doesn't. He never knows when he's gonna have to. He doesn't know when.
100, I always carry a minimum of 100 feet of 550 paracord.
Just in case he has to climb down the building, you know?
And I've had to use,
Mikey.
and
Or
I've
he
had
has
to
to
use
tie somebody
15
up.
feet of it already.
I don't know, my
Dang.
hands. I think that's Survival Book 101. It was too much for you, man.
It's like
right?
over.
It's
My boss, my boss. You know Alan also would say.
Now I know who to get on my team in the zombie apocalypse.
I even have ratcheting, self-ratcheting, those things. What's
The
those?
card?
I'm gone.
Snap-on tools.
No, the ones that you put the hooks, the ratchet like straps, self-ratcheting.
Yes,
yeah.
straps.
I even
Yeah.
have.
Are you trying to climb Mount Everest at this point?
I'm just trying to get out the building if need be.
The store is on the first floor. I don't know where you have to go to.
It's on ground level.
It's literally like as soon as you
run
go
out the
past
front door.
security, as soon as you go
It's
past
ground
security, it's on the left. It's where the
Ground level,
chairs
my
go
God.
On your
to.
left.
Like,
I'm
Mario,
dead.
you literally leave the store and
Just-
you can go to the windows.
What? And
Just
break?
invest
Just
in
tackle it.
Basically.
Marcos. Just invest in a parachute, bro. That's all you need.
No,
invest in
And then
two.
imagine he forgets to open up the parachute.
I just jump
No,
out.
next time I
He's
see
like, oh, I
Marcos,
just grabbed a regular backpack.
Dang it.
At this
Wrong
point,
rope.
Marco's gonna have a backpack with a minigun installed. He's like, oh,
Yes, I need those.
he's about to reach the army. He's like, I got you. Hits his chest and just boom, like War Machine out here.
Gone.
He's a
Yeah, like
no,
I
next time
even put
next
a,
time I see Marcos, I'm gonna see him with a kayak in his backpack. I'm like, what are you doing, guy?
No, don't you have the inflatable boat?
Oh my god, no, you don't. Do you?
no,
Oh, you didn't get that one?
I have an inflatable. There's an You just gave me. Wait.
He's
Repeat that.
Oh my
that was
God.
like, it's just like, no, seriously.
I need an inflatable boat now.
Like I said, the
I'm
guy
telling
carries
you
my
rope.
guys.
God.
Listen, after that flood from the other day, we definitely need an inflatable
I wasn't there
boat.
during the flood. I left.
I
Oh
shared
my
you the video,
god,
didn't I?
No.
Yeah, you did.
it was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
crazy. That's a crazy
I just needed.
storm.
My mom was in that yellow trailer. Kid, like that,
Marcos,
that little rain jacket.
Marcos whipped out the inflatable raft at that moment. He was like, see, I told you it wasn't wasting
and it
money.
was at this moment that I realized I had
didn't
made the
mess
right
up.
choice.
Yeah.
Marcos
That's
looked
good
at
investment.
and he's
I at
like,
least
see, it
always
wasn't a
kept-
waste of money.
I always carry in my backpack, hand sanitizer. I always carry
That's understandable. Yeah.
not one but two flashlights. I always
What
carry.
the flash-
Nice.
Flashlights.
A backup.
You have a flashlight in your phone.
I need a stronger flashlight,
For who?
A backup. What if
For
your
me.
battery runs out?
and they're both rechargeable.
Oh my
And, they
god.
have and then I have
Like,
rope.
he has a stand for it and everything.
Yeah, right. And then I have. I just need
A bulletproof
I just
vest.
need a sleeping bag.
No, you
got
you
you.
need a minigun.
No, I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna run. Live.
You need the
Live Moss.
inflatable raft and then
I'm telling
a
you,
minigun.
Marquitos is the one to go to in the
Don't you have
zombie
Kevlar
apocalypse.
too?
No, I have a Cordura.
Bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you said the rope was made of Kevlar.
No, it's
I can't.
paracord.
Oh, well, yeah, don't they use some of it?
No, it's 550 paracord.
Hmm.
I don't know. You tell me what it's made out of, but I only know it's 550.
Oh, I only know it was like nylon something.
Doing.
And that ends my shower thoughts.
He was scrubbing his balls as he was thinking about this.
Oh my god! Just get the grip stick belt. That's it. And you use that as a
is the one in the link? Is the one in the link that I shared not good enough in your opinion?
Nope.
Okay, let me see. What is it called?
It's in the link. It opens directly to a Google.
It's
just tell my name. Tactical? It's a tactical what?
Tactic 5.11 tactical men's 1.5 inch convertible TDU belt, nylon webbing, fade and fray resistant.
Where is it made? Where is it? If it's made in China, then that's a no-go for me, bro.
China though.
Me thinks that it's made in America.
I was not made in China.
No, I'm asking about materials. Like our phones might as well be made in China.
Well,
no,
not all
there's
the parts.
There's good quality items that you can get that are not made in China.
Yeah,
that
CPUs are made in Taiwan.
But China thinks it's China.
Well, they're ethnically Chinese, but they're not Chinese.
Yeah, they're a whole ass country.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, so
you're looking into a tactical belt.
He wants to
That's
have
why he said rope question mark.
He wants to have the machete, the Batman belt.
Yeah, he wants to whip it out and then fling stiff.
What?
Yes.
Whoa. Wrong kind of stiff out.
No, there's a movie where the guys with the belt stiffed up and you could use that like as a stick and just whatcha.
Oh, I've seen that. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I already have my walking stick to do that, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, you need that. You don't need rope to climb down the.
No, but I've already had to use it. I've already had to cut like 15 feet of it to help my boss. That his freaking rope, he used the bungee cord loops that have like hooks at the end, and they just snapped on him. When
it says the belt is imported.
Yeah, I'm calling China. My bet is China. My bet is China easily.
Sorry, but I don't know. That tactical belt looks like too serious for what you're gonna be using it for.
I'm not gonna be flaunting it either. It's just
it's like I'm just gonna be at the cash register, you know.
Exactly. What are you gonna use it for?
Well, I had the other one.
Pay your bill right now. Pay it. If you don't, I will whip it out.
According to the questions,
please, Monse.
Hey, yo, wait, what?
Monse, please restrain yourself.
Never mind.
That's sexual assault.
Like, whatever you have on your belt. You know what I mean.
The Batmobile keys.
She's like, whip it out.
No gracias.
I was talking about the belt, guys.
This is what you tell your boyfriend? Just whip it out.
I do actually. No, I'm just
too much information.
Whose laugh was that? I loved it.
That's Alan. That's Alan.
Too much information. That shit was too funny.
Okay, but Marcos, I think it's time.
Okay, so
You're getting sleepy.
Ends my
man said I'm sleepy.
That ends my shower thoughts. And now,
did you wash between your legs and your ears?
I can't.
What the fudge?
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
to
the
Like you cut, G.
Anime time.
This guy spent an hour just to get the reverb on his voice.
And it's the best. It's the best. Don't ever change that.
I like that. The little song.
He's like,
next time I want that to be my entrance song.
Oh
no. I need your sample, Monse, to say kick back and relax. Say it, please.
No, please don't.
Kick back and relax.
Oh God, now he can use it.
There you go.
That was kind of weak. I think you have to redo it. But just put some effort. Put some soul
What is it? Kick back. Oh, hold up. Listen to this, and give me your best sample for this one, Monse.
LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
Do we even use that? We just made it, and we don't.
Do we
use it?
That's pretty good.
That sounds awesome.
I made it. You bet you know I put it in. So basically,
right.
Monse, I want
Play
you
it
to
again.
say
Play it again.
LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
That sounds like quality, boys.
So Monse, I need you to say kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast. But give me your best shot.
Give me a best shot.
In
Okay, wait, you
five.
said kick back. Wait. Kick back and relax.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast. In 5, 4.
The LTS.
Kick.
You're gonna be here all night.
Somebody
Okay, let's do it in another time, Marcos. Another
Okay.
time.
Can somebody text it to her?
Is that right?
You're like,
We'll
don't
do it at the end of the
I'm telling you.
podcast.
Okay, sure.
It's the shot. The shot is
Go kick back,
Doing it.
Oh, is that what
relax.
it was?
okay.
Oh,
No,
no.
at the end of the
Oh,
podcast.
no.
We'll be here forever.
Okay, so anime time. Mr. J, Alan, take it away.
Wait, what?
Hello, everyone. Good evening once more.
Marcos. Oh, should I do it?
And please.
Okay. So, as many of you know, as you all should know, a new season is upon us. So,
Is it now?
yes. So, the fall 2021
news.
anime they have are starting. Some of them started yesterday. Some of them are starting
Very
this
good.
week. Some of them are starting in December.
Excellent. Beautiful.
So, Marcos, are you excited?
Which ones?
I think he left.
Marcos!
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
Okay, so
That's a great question, by the way, Israel. Please enlighten us, Mr. J.
okay, so I have the list here. I'm gonna breeze through the ones we already know, and I'll go into more depth with the ones we don't, because we need knowledge of these things.
Knowledge.
So the first and the one that's always in first, almost always in first, is One Piece,
One Piece.
which is still going.
Oh my god,
Yes.
still going?
It's still going.
Yes.
But the next one here, is something I think Al told Marcos, and then Marcos told me, and I never watched it. But it's the Jobless Reincarnation.
What is it?
Yes.
Jobless reincarnation.
Jobless Reincarnation.
It's pretty good.
So
I
they
don't
have
have to
here a
watch
little snippet of Rudy, Eris, and I don't know, I'm not gonna try that one. Her head for Asura Kingdom in search of answers. Meanwhile, Roxy set out across the demon continent to find Rudy. Now, I have no idea what that means, but I hope
So
it's
that's
good.
the second season synopsis. Yeah. It's a continuation of the first season.
Yeah, so you gotta first
Jobless reincarnation. Okay.
first watch the first season,
So
and
if I can interject a little bit,
Go for it.
Mr. J. So basically, for the first season, you'll get a full 12 episodes of really good quality animation. The story it's basic, or maybe not so basic, isekai. So isekai is basically a person getting put into another world.
with their smartphone.
So, so the main character, the protagonist, dies in an unfortunate way. And just to give you a little bit of background information, a lot of the isekai that we know, modern isekai, or a person that gets sent to another world, a lot of the tropes and a lot of the things that you typically see in the modern isekai genre comes or stems from this one anime, which was adapted from a actual light novel. So the original source material, the light novel, predates a lot of the modern isekai that is animated now. And a lot of people have taken, or a lot of authors and creators have taken inspiration from this one piece of or body of work.
The Jobless
And now it's
reincarnation?
so
Wow.
now you can consider it like the godfather of the modern isekai genre that people know and love. And basically, for this one, it got adapted finally after so many years, and the first season, there's a little bit of it's, I guess you could say, some very adult undertones in the actual story and the actual animation that you see, which gives it a very unique and I guess you can say, I want to say maybe elevated type of experience when you actually watch it, because it's not a very, cut and dry type of story. There's uniqueness, there's character and charm to the actual story that is being told, where there's an actual end game to the actual story, where a lot of modern isekais are just like overpowered protagonists that, they're already like god level characters, where this one there's a progression of how this person develops, and I think it's very the first season is very well paced, and I didn't find any boring episodes. I just thought of it as a really great story being told in this type of medium of anime, so I encourage everyone to watch it. I think it's a really great watch. So yeah, that's just me, explaining a little bit. Cool. There you go.
When was the light novel released? The first episode, the first
1969. When everything was great.
Wow.
Vietnam was still kicking.
Wait, are you serious?
Actually,
no.
Personally,
So.
I don't know what the original.
I can look it up real quick.
November 22, 2012. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Inuyasha. I mean the novel, not the novel.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because the manga came out this year.
Source material. Yeah. It's originally a light novel, so it's basically a bunch of reading, and they adapted into actual anime.
Yeah, 2012.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that time already SAO out?
But anyway.
Oh no.
Go for
So
it.
yeah, I'm gonna continue though, because the next one is good. The next one, and the next one is the continue. Okay, so this is the season 2 of it, but there is a movie, season 2 of Demon Slayer.
Ooh.
So basically, it takes place afterwards. So it's in the entertainment district arc. And I'll read the synopsis here. So it says Tanjiro and his friends accompany the Hashira Tengen to the entertainment district, where Tengen's female ninja agents were gathering information on the demon before they suddenly disappeared. In order to investigate, Tanjiro and the others disguise themselves as women to sneak in. As they close in on their target, the demon reaches out for the courtesans of the district.
We'll see.
So yeah, and on the side note, they also have that. So this season 2 comes out on December 5th of this year.
Okay.
But
What about
before that-
what about Jobless Reincarnation?
Well, hold
You
on.
didn't say that.
It comes out October 3rd.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, so
So they also have a side. They have a little thing that the Mugen Train arc, which is the movie, is also going to come out October 10th, but in 7 episodes. So if you want to re-experience it, but in 7 episodes, they're going to start releasing them October 10th.
ooh, I want to watch that.
So yeah.
10th, okay.
Yes. Same.
Is it
But
dope?
yes, of course not,
Oh no.
because it hasn't even come out yet.
No, the Mugen Train.
The movie, yes.
I like how
the anime adaptation, no.
No, I like. Oh.
But anyway, they also pointed out that the first episode that's going to be broadcast is going to be an hour special. So, be hyped for December 5th, because it's going to be
Get
nice
hyped.
and long.
Giggity.
So yeah. So let's see. Okay, so the next one here is actually based off of, I think, a romance.
A rom-com?
No, but it's a slice of life, I should say. There. So it's called Komi Can't Communicate.
Komi?
So,
Komi?
yeah.
Komi?
Yes.
Aww.
So it says a socially anxious high school student, Shoko, greatest dream is to make some friends, but everyone at school mistakes her crippling social anxiety for cool reserve. With the whole student body keeping this distance and Komi unable to shudder to utter a single word, friendship might be forever beyond her reach. So yeah.
Is that?
That was a synopsis. I've actually heard about
the memes.
I've heard about this manga and I heard it's really good, but I haven't read it myself, so I have no idea what it's about.
There's a lot of memes online.
It's pretty hyped up because, like I said, it's like number 4 here, and it's showing in the most popular one. So, you know, it's more popular than Boruto, but then again, I think anything is better than Boruto.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
You are correct.
But anyway, though, the next one, there is no synopsis, but it's called 8686 Part 2.
Oh, second season.
Part
Yeah.
2.
No, I didn't watch. I didn't even know these existed. So,
Comey, I like Comey more.
unfortunately, I have no insight on this, so you're gonna have to watch the trailer.
Can I say the synopsis for that one? I think I have.
I mean,
a little
do you
bit
know
of
what it
insight.
is?
I haven't seen the series, but I've heard a lot of comments of what it's about.
I mean, if you want to say it.
Basically, there are two nations at war. You know, like the Fire Nation and the Earth Nation, right? And instead of using soldiers, one of the nations is technologically advanced and uses robots, and it kicks the derriere of the enemy. So what does the other side do? It also implements robots, but they're not robots. They're mechanized suits which have people inside, and those people are the outcast of this nation, and that nation has a specific platoon or company called 86, which are the most experienced soldiers of that group that are inside the robots versus inside the machines versus the robots that are on the enemy side. And there's, you know, classic classism of the poor and unwanted groups are the people that are being sacrificed versus the national people that are not being sacrificed and see the war as robot versus robot. So there's no people dying in this war. And there's a specific general that's, you know, one of the elites of the class and is seeing it's not a spoiler on the trailer, but this general that's leading this group 86 is a female, and she's seeing how this group of soldiers that are inside the machines are killing themselves or doing everything they can to live and, you know, not die, and, you know, those tactics. It's like a Gundam series. But with like a Gundam series, even the politics is pretty intense if you're into it.
Hi.
So you're saying it's a Gundam?
Like Gundam Wing in that sense, like that kind of classism and all those things.
So it's a Gundam?
Yes.
But on Earth, yeah, Gundam like.
Yeah. You know what I want to... It kind of reminded me of like again Gundam, but the Iron Blooded Orphans one a little bit because of that same feel. Yeah.
It's the animation on the trailers look pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, the animation was nice.
Does it say what company is doing it this season, Mr. J?
They do.
Who is it?
I don't know. You gotta pay me though.
You gotta pay me.
No, it's A1 Pictures.
Nice.
My God, steak sauce?
What? No, it's A1 Pictures, the animation studio.
Steak sauce animated.
The one that do Sword Art Online, Kaguya-sama, Darling in the Frank,
Very cool.
Blue Exorcist, Erased, Your Lie in April,
Okay.
Wait.
That's the company that made this. 86 is the same one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, though, the next one we have here
Yes, please.
is... Ready, Marcos?
Go.
Recording?
Yes.
Okay.
I never stopped. I'm always recording.
So it's called The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated.
Bless you.
No. So it's already started. It's been going from the last season, but basically, so here's the synopsis. The Great Jahi was once respected as the demon realm's second greatest demon after the Demon King. Feared by the demon race, Jahi was the summit of her life, demanding and doing whatever she wanted. That was supposed to be the case, but
doing whatever she
in
wanted.
a battle against a magical girl, Jahi was banished to the human world. Having lost her powers and attractive appearance due to the destruction of her mana crystal, Jahi's body is reduced to a small childlike structure. or stature. Thus begin the days of poverty in a 4.5 tatami mat room and part-time job at the bar. Putting aside all sympathy and overdue house rentals, the great Jahi's great ambition to restore the demon realm begins. So I actually watched a few episodes of these, and it's actually kind of funny because she literally had everything. Like she had servants, minions, everything, and then now she's stuck in an old apartment, and yeah, she's reduced to her small structure, which she later in the beginning she couldn't hold her actual form because the monocrystal she had was so small, but I mean eventually she fixes it, which I mean still though
this sounds like the Devil's a part-timer.
Not really, because they were organized. She's just doing whatever she wants, and she's barely hanging on.
Damn.
Like she would have fights with the landlord or landlady. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah. So it's just a continuation of that because it's 20 episodes.
Okay. They released already 20 episodes.
Yeah. It's gonna finish it off. They're in episode 10 right now. Okay. So yeah.
I like.
So the next one here we have is the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat.
Oh, I want to see that one.
So the synopsis
when they say
is
fine, what do they mean by fine?
Finest.
What do they mean by finest?
What do you think?
Like he's the greatest, the best.
Like when you talk
like
about
it will make you testify kind of fine, or
no, Marcos, you gotta stop reading your dojins.
Okay.
Anyway, when a great assassin is reborn in another world, he finds himself the heir to a long line of killers from the shadows. With both his modern day knowledge and experience and the special magic and techniques of this new world, he could very well become the most unstoppable assassin in history. So yeah, it's like I think he was originally like an old assassin, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna send you off to this family, and and yeah, he becomes crazy.
And does he still kill though, or she?
Yes, it's a he. Yeah, he still kills.
Dang.
So yeah, that comes out October 6th.
Is it gory in the trailers?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll watch it.
Well, yeah.
I'm not a gore fan.
So, no, you are when there's certain things are involved.
I'm not a gore fan.
But anyway, the next one is World's End Harem.
Huh?
Oh, hey.
The time is near future Tokyo and Japan. In 2040, Rito, a young man suffering from an intractable disease, vows to reunite with his childhood friend, Arisa? Yeah. And decides a cold sleep to cure her illness. When he wakes up 5 years later, the world was undergoing a major transformation. The MK, male killer, virus kills 99.9% of men on the planet. The ground was a super harem with 5 billion women for every 5 men.
Whoa.
Only 5 men numbers are resistant to the MK virus. One of them, Rito, is required to mate, quote unquote, for the survival of the remaining women and humankind. Harem life waiting for the world after the pandemic. At the same time, Rito is involved in a global conspiracy over numbers. Can he overcome the temptation and save the world?
Of course. I mean, this only had to happen in a pandemic, right?
I guess. What
are your thoughts, Monse?
What? Why'd you ask?
I think she's still not back yet.
Yeah, I think she's back.
She's not back.
She disappeared into the night.
She's like, hold up.
But yeah, unfortunately, so 86 is going to be on Crunchyroll, but I think the finest assassin is, but they don't have it here as it is. And then I don't know about World Ends Harem because it's the first time I've heard about it.
It's like another Peter Grill or something like that.
Let me check Crunchyroll. I just found 86 on Crunchyroll. And what is it called?
Yeah.
The
World's End Harem.
okay, World.
Oh no, I thought
I've
Assassin.
heard that the world's finest assassin is going to be on Crunchyroll. Oh yeah, it is going to be on Crunchyroll.
yeah, that one's gonna be on Crunchy.
And the world's harem is going to be in Crunchy as well.
None of these are Funimation. Nope.
No, they
well,
both say
remember,
Funimation. Like Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Funimation. Yeah, they bought up Crunchy, so.
Huh?
Oh, really?
I forgot about that.
Who?
Yep.
So wait,
Yeah, a couple of months back.
so you telling me that I should cancel my Crunchyroll and just get animation?
No, they're gonna merge at some point. So what happened is that Sony bought Sony, the parent company of Funimation, bought from the parent company of Crunchyroll, which was AT&T. They bought the rights to Crunchyroll. So at some point in the future, they're going to merge. So you don't have to worry about canceling one or the other. I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is that they're going to merge the catalogs and it's all going to be under one umbrella.
Ooh, nice.
Again, I don't know if
Do you think they'll increase the price or something like that for that?
I don't know, maybe, but do you know I don't think that would be convenient for them. That wouldn't be a smart move. They might do it just to try to mitigate the price that they had to pay for the acquisition, but
Makes sense, yeah.
I don't think they would,
Huh?
just because a lot of the catalog overlaps. There's a lot of IPs that both companies own that overlap.
You know what
that
I
they
want?
both share.
I want the stonks. What's the name of that one?
Stonks? What?
Stonks.
You mean
Stonks?
stonks?
What's
Stunks.
that?
Oh, she back.
Interspecies.
Stonks totally go up.
Interspecies reviewers in Funimation.
Well, good luck with that, buddy. I don't think they're ever gonna try to
It's in
license that
Crunchyroll.
again. No, I've never seen it on Crunchyroll.
Oh, dang. Dang, missed opportunity.
Yeah,
I want
no.
Peter Grill in Funimation then.
No.
Peter
Girl.
Grill is on Crunchy.
Yeah, let's keep it there. And so it doesn't spread.
Keep it locked
So, yeah.
right here.
So that the World Ends Harem comes out October 8th.
Which one?
World's End.
And I'm not gonna read.
Dot.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think from this part I'm gonna start skipping some because some of them are like
I mean, you can just read them, but let's not go into detail then.
no,
just
because
the
like
titles.
for example, this one, the Pirate Princess, it's almost done
Oh no.
because it came out last season, so that's what some of them are.
Okay.
But fortunately, this next one is not. Like, for example, banished from the heroes party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. You aren't really one of
Okay.
us. Unable to join the fighting on the front, the hero Red is cut and cast out of his adventuring party by the leadership. Man, it was rough going for a while there. Red has no idea how much of a panic his sudden absence has caused. He has been excitedly working towards the opening of his own little herb shop not far away.
Aw.
Do you think I could work here too? Lounging provided, of course. Suddenly, a former companion and princess is in his home. A fun little herb business, a flirty home life with a tomboy princess. This unsatisfied hero's wonderful new life is about to begin.
Oh,
No.
where's the applause? I mean,
Okay.
he's
So
doing his own thing.
he's selling weed.
What?
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's selling the good herbs.
Yeah.
Take back.
Herbs are nice.
Oregano, coriander, cilantro.
Wait. Josue,
That herb.
What happened?
did you mention the one restaurant to another world?
No, that was later. But I was gonna go into that one because I saw the first episode yesterday.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was great. It looked delicious.
Ooh, delicious. Good.
Continue,
Good.
please. Let's see.
So yeah, this next one is called Phantom Platinum and oh yeah, wait. It comes out the other one comes out October 6th.
All in October,
Oh.
apparently. Nice.
Yeah. I said next week is literally all to come out.
Boo.
So yeah, Platinum N. I will give you the hope to live. That's Keikihashi Mirai lost his parents in an accident and lived in misery with the relatives who took him in. Having lost hope in everything, he jumped off the roof of a building on the day of his middle school graduation, but then he meets an angel. So the point of it is that in this universe, their god is dying. And in order to decide the next person, he decided to be human. So the god sent out 12 angels to find candidates to be the next god. And this angel decided that this guy was going to be a candidate. So what they have to do is they have to fight against the 12 the other 12, and eventually the last one to survive becomes the next god.
Is it in the tower?
No, Marcos, that's the manhwa.
no, I'm thinking about Alibaba. What's his name? Aladdin in the Tower of Magic. Magi. I'm thinking of Magi and the King's
But
Candidate.
yeah, I actually do want to watch it. It looked really interesting.
Okay.
So yeah.
Next.
What's this? Yes.
Wait, Josue, was there is the announcement of the Crusaders one, the Romeo and Juliet one that I think you mentioned maybe like 2 seasons ago?
Oh, let me check.
Yeah, I think the season 2 got announced.
Crusade. Oh, but it's not this season. No, this is just this season that's coming out.
Okay.
What's next?
And next is...
Oh yeah, there's Restaurant to Another World.
And that's it?
Yes.
No, there's a few more. But the restaurant is opening up again with new characters and new dishes. There's a certain restaurant in the first basement level of a multi-tenant building, in one of the corner of a shopping street near the office district. The historical restaurant, marked by a sign with a picture of a cat, is called Western Cuisine Nekoya. This restaurant looks completely normal through the week, but on Saturdays it opens in secret exclusively to some very unique guests. During these hours, doors in various areas of a parallel world open to allow customers of many different races and cultures into the restaurant.
BRB.
She got hungry, now she's gotta go.
She's going to the restaurant as we speak right now.
She's like, hold up, it's the day of
I
Saturday.
need to eat. You gotta hear the crunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I love the first season because
Is
it's
this
good.
the one with the mother was from another world and the dad was a chef?
No, the dad was the dad originally started the restaurant, but it's basically where the restaurant, like I said, the doors would open randomly during Saturdays, and people would literally come in and like, oh, would you like to eat? He's like, what you got? Can you read? Yes. And they're like, oh my gosh, give me 10 more plates.
But isn't it this one where there was a red dragon, a dragon of
the
death?
red dragon, black dragon, but the mom wasn't from another world.
Who was the person from another world? I think it was the mom. The mom was the
customers.
hero. The mom was a hero
the mom
from
wasn't
another
a
world.
hero. Nope.
Oh,
You're
that was
confusing
the last
animes.
episode of last season, I think.
You're merging the episodes, Marcos.
Oh,
It's just all becoming one.
yeah. It do be like that.
Let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's it.
No Konosuba?
No, unfortunately not.
No Cowboy Bebop?
No, that's on Netflix.
Did you know, Isra,
What?
that Cowboy Bebop is gonna get a live series?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
They
that.
already did.
A live series?
Yeah, no, I think they started it. Oh no, didn't they release it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Bebop, Netflix.
Bebop. And also, there's gonna be a Terminator anime.
Wow.
There's a Star Wars anime too.
Star Wars, Cowboy Bebop, live series.
Bacon.
Erase, right? They said that Erase had a live series.
Yeah.
Really? Erase? That's pretty good.
And they say it was pretty good.
Erase was pretty good.
What else? I'm waiting for for the Konosuba.
Arifueta.
It's gonna be hard carrying a machine gun that big.
So Arifueta comes out next season, January of 2022.
Why?
I think it was like one of them got pushed.
Hold my hand, Alan. We'll have to withstand it.
Hold my beer.
Attack on Titan's final season part 2 comes out next season. And also,
I'm not looking forward to that.
Also, JoJo comes out
the final
next season
JoJo,
as well.
Really?
Yeah, Bizarre
JoJo
Adventure.
still going? Oh man,
yeah, it's like, they got a lot of parts to catch up.
Jesus, I kind of got tired of that. I'm sorry.
Yes,
it's self-referential, I guess.
I've never watched it,
but it's great.
It's still out there.
And also, teasing Master Takagi.
He doesn't know this one.
It's the one where like they're like elementary schools, but
bullying. I think it was the first one.
No, that's Nagatoro.
Oh.
What else?
Wait, there's another one, right? That just came out this season. Gambare, something or other.
Gambare Senpai.
You got
no, but I think that's the title of one of the shows now on Crunchyroll. It's called like Gambare something or other. And it's like a short 6-minute type of anime.
I can get behind that.
And then there's also Tawawa on Monday, 2nd season.
Oh yeah, they don't have that listed here actually.
It's interesting, huh?
Maybe
and it's on Crunchy, those two, because they're all like 6-minute episodes. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on spring of 2022. The Shield Hero is going to come out, the season 2.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Yes. When is it coming out? I'm sorry.
Spring of 2020, so April of next year.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Good.
Very nice. It's a spicy meatball.
What?
What?
But yeah, get excited because there's a lot of good anime. Like I said, I'm excited for like Platinum and the Finest Assassin. No, that comes out next season.
Yeah, the Finest Assassin. Yes.
And then maybe the Banished from the Heroes Party. Oh, but it's only
Red from Pokemon. Basically, it's
this
Red
is
from
only
Pokemon.
on Funimation.
So
exclusive.
So there's the good one. There, yes. No, I'm just kidding.
And then maybe I might watch the Demon Slayer Mugen Train arc with
the new season, right?
No. The new season comes out December. But the Mugen Train arc, they're gonna redo it, but in episodes of like 30 minutes.
I'll probably finally watch it that way.
And the Can't Communicate Girl comes out October 21st. Komi in Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah, this is a Netflix exclusive.
Of course it is.
But hey, that means that they can release all the episodes at once.
Yeah.
That's true. You can binge watch.
But yeah, that's it, guys.
Lady and gentlemen.
Don't check the outro for this.
The podcast. There.
Yay.
I think Monster's still gone.
Yeah, I think she's gone.
Oh, she's gone for the count.
Time is over. Let's continue.
Wait, what?
Okay, that's the recorded one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the anime news and all the things, Israel. What does your name mean, Israel?
It means I believe the strength of God. If not
Awesome.
The ability and the strength of God?
As far as I know, is the strength of God.
Strength. Okay.
I mean, he's got big kahunas.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
It's like the South Park episode where they grew.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. The strength, he is the law. He is the one. Oh no, Mr. J, you have competition.
Mr. J, you have competition.
He is the one that who will decide, actually, Mr. J.
Hold up, I got a question. I got this. Ah, damn it.
What was the build up for?
because that's what I hate about Google Drive. And it freezes. Like if you don't touch it for a while, you get to.
Don't tell me what to do.
There you go.
Oh,
Very cool.
And
So, yeah.
then
I will be the one to decide.
well, apparently that's Isra for you. He will be the one to decide. After you
wait,
decide.
I forgot. Recently, Seven Deadly Sins released a movie on Netflix, and the last part of the season, the final season,
Finally.
Oh,
on
nice.
Netflix.
Is it any good?
The movie is actually
Nice.
pretty good, and the Seven Deadly Sins is a great story.
But the animation, though.
No, I mean it's passable.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you must watch it.
Yeah,
It's okay. Yeah. I agree.
but I mean, I shed a few tears at the end. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
Manly tears.
many tears. I'm like the biggest Chad of them all.
Yeah. So,
But yeah,
I feel like, yeah. So hopefully
that is all for today. I am
That is all.
Josue.
All right, guys.
that is all from Mr. J. Thank you, Isra, for coming
Very
on in.
cool, everyone.
Of course,
Thank you,
thank you for
Sensei.
having me. That was
Thank you,
awesome.
Jay.
And then
Hopefully we can have you again more sooner. You know, it can never go without Isra.
Yeah,
are
sure.
the law.
Let me know.
Monse in spirit.
You know, I was scared.
Yeah.
In spirit and in my heart.
With the rope.
No, I already
guys, I'm gonna-
chose.
I'm gonna head out because I'm gonna eat something. I just got hungry.
Go for it.
So
Cool.
I'm gonna fill up the tank.
Yes.
safe.
Bon appetit.
Thank you, guys. All right, nice chatting with you guys. All right?
Isha.
Bye.
Same, bro. Take care.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Laters.
Laters.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Alligators.
And that's it. Did you stop recording, Marcos?
No.
Oh, we gotta stop.
Bada
And
bing,
3,
bada boom. This
2.
story.
1.
Hi there. Thank you for tuning in to the LTS Podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, every comment is really appreciated. Credits in the description as well. Peace.